This isn't the right avatar. Ugh. The fuck is that doing on? Ugh. I'm not late. You're late. You can't be late. Only I can be late, but I'm not late. Ah. 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 This isn't my chat. This is Telena's chat. I need my chat. Yeah. Cat be doing the laundry. Wake up. Oh, he updated the title. Now he's just stalling. Waiting to see when he'll hit the live button. Could be a brat and wait till the second the clock hits the hour. What's he going to do? We can only wait and see. This fucking guy. Can't win. Offline. Offline there was Peggy's. Wake up when you think he's starting at 58 or 59. Why would I start at 58? There's a stray cat stuck in the warehouse at work. I feel like I am doing the work of 3 people because my team is off trying to play with the cat. They fucking went out and bought cat food for it. In less frustrating news, teehee boner. But it's a cat. Come on. You know, maybe I should start with hi first. I smile. Hi, North Prince. Fuck it. Chat, do this. Hi, Pixel. Hi, Techno. Early Lynn, look at this dude. Oh, my clock said 9. Pat Fiend. Hi, Cairo. Hi, Ronmu. Whoa, whoa. Oh, wait, no, it says Yulin is live at 9. That was all you typing early. No, Stream Elements is live. Hi, Elder. You're late? I'm literally not. Stream started a minute early as he washed chat. Hi, Yuland? Hi, Global. Yulin later than my period? Alright, that's weird. Hi, Cairo Bingo. Hi, Haxie. My treadmill comes today. Let's go. I have 3 things coming in the mail. I don't think they get here today. I think they get here tomorrow. Hi, Makaya. Good morning. Hi, Cairo. Hi, Dido Zoomies. Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Stay warm. It looks cold. Pot, 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 pot. It being a cat isn't the point. Hi, Archangel. Come Fiend. This is why I do Pot Friend. The moment I tune into streams. A Risk of Rain music. Hi, Global. It is. We're in a Risk of Rain map. I dropped my camera away from me to do Pot Friend, but I haven't set up my cameras at all. And I don't have a good excuse for it today. It wasn't like, I crashed or something. I was just trying to get more notes. And then it was 45, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm late at this point. These tunes always give me energy. The Auric Highlander. You know what else is coming in the mail? But only if the mail is named Dylan. Okay, now alright. Also makes me feel like I could pick up a guitar again. Yeah, I'm going to put a bomb in your left inguinal canal. No. No 10 a.m. meeting today? Hell yeah. Halen, Elder's been cheating on you with another femboy. I expect it. Yippee Maraukaya. Nuh-uh. I expect it. I mean, like, you all watched Cairo yesterday. I just, you You get used to it. And then after Cairo, he raided Nami. I expect all of you to have been through 5 femboys by the time you get back here in the morning. Flying, Aviar, auto level pitch. That's just how it goes. Anchor, local. There we go. Did I say hi to you, Trogdor? You talked a lot before stream, but I don't think you actually said anything once I went live. Hi, Trog. Hi, Smug. What the fuck? Who's Nami? Baka Tsunami! One Piece. I'm cheating on that different femboy with you and holy streak, Batman. 190. That's a big streak. I think that's the second biggest. Maybe. I would never cheat on you with another femboy. Oh, hey, Air! Don't hate your friends, Yelling Angry. I'm not! What? I'm literally, like, saying it's okay to go watch them. Not that I have any say in what's okay and what isn't. Elin Smell. Never seen One Piece. She has big boob. Speaking of femboys, there's a JP femboy meet tomorrow morning I want to go to. Going to meets like that is always something that, like, I feel so out of my element with that I'm always just like, maybe I don't want to. Kyra was like, oh, I know, there's a femboy host club thing. I should introduce you. And I was like, no. No. Do toys get a say? Alright. Let's start stretching. Dylan, did you know that I'm off work today? I guess I do now. You've got one of those work schedules that I don't fucking understand. Where it's like, you either have school or work. And I just expect you to not have days off. How else would I be here? Nobody is ever going to know your schedule as much as you do. That's just like a thing to learn. Can't believe you don't know my schedule by heart, SMH. Hi, Oni. Femboy Host Club is a bunch of chill homies. He's a closeted femboy. I don't think that makes me a closeted femboy. I think that just makes me a hermit femboy that doesn't like interacting with others. Drith is one of the mods? I have no idea who that is. Do you know my schedule? Where am I supposed to be right now? Probably in bed, but you're here, which makes me happy. I think we're talking about different things. So I brought that one up, Micaiah. Because Cairo mentioned the Femboy Host Club to me. Like a couple days ago. You know my work schedule yet? Nope. He knows me too well. Lunges. One. Two. I love the fucking Risk of Rain 2 soundtrack. It's one of those OSTs that, like, you just hear it and you think of good times playing the game. They're all incredible. I've been downloading this one file for the past 20 minutes. I'm gonna go Hulk Angie. Is it a big file or is it just your computer struggling? It's 700 MB. Is that big? Kinda for a download. The JP one is for mature older sister type femboys. Oh. I've never played a single minute of Risk of Rain. Heck no. Hi Shiro, Alu Yuli, Alu Chat. They're all incredible. Stream full though, so I didn't see you. That's fine. The old Risk of Rain games. So like Risk of Rain and, by extension, Risk of Rain Returns. They're both really good, but they're not my style. Hi, ants. Risk of Rain 2. I mean, I played that before the other, so maybe that's why I like it more. But Risk of Rain 2 is just like... It's one of those games that is timeless. Somebody could be like, hey, Euland, want to play Risk of Rain 2? And I'm just going to be like, yeah. Yeah. I could totally just not be into the game. And I'll still say yeah, just because it's such a game to like pick up and play 2 hours of. That you always can. Risk of Rain 2 totally is just a vibe. And it has so many ways to play it, right? You've got standard runs, you've got command runs, you've got simulacrum, you've got trials, although I never do those. But I have discovered I really like simulacrum in it because there's... Risk of Rain 2 can actually be kind of hard to get people into because they will often have a very negative experience their first time playing. The way it works is, if you're playing with somebody, let's say me and North Prince are playing together and he's never played. We drop into a stage, there's 20 chests on the map, each chest takes gold to open, killing enemies gives us both gold. Well, ideally, we both kill enemies, we keep opening chests until we've opened 10 chests, we've opened all of them, and then we leave, right? The loot is split evenly. What's going to happen is I'm going to open 4 chests. North Prince is going to have opened 2. North Prince is going to die, and I'm going to go, oh, well, since you're dead, I guess I get all the loot. So then I spend 12 minutes opening all of the chests. So now I have 18 and he has 2. And the map is scaled to 15 minutes. And so we go into the next stage. Because the monsters get harder with time, and he's gotten 2 pieces of loot, he's going to just immediately die again. And I'm going to go, well, hi, Octomage. Well, I guess I get all the loot on this stage too. So I spend 15 minutes opening up 20 chests. I'm crazy strong, because I'm literally getting more loot than I should. And we go into 3rd stage, and he's going to immediately die again. When you have a new player, that's going to happen. 15 minutes is a long time. It really is. Even if it was just 10 minutes, it's not... Even if it was 5 minutes, even if I just collected a little bit of loot and went through the next stage at 5 minutes, he's still behind, right? And so it's like... It's this... If your teammate dies, you just gotta go to the portal. They are still going to be behind, even if you just drop everything and go to the portal. But it's manageable then. You can come back from being a minute or 2 behind. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm ever going to play Risk of Rain. Well, North Prince, what I'm describing isn't a problem with the game. It's a problem with people introducing players to the game. It's something that I want to say, an idiot will do this to their friend. But, like... It's not an idiot thing, it's just something you don't think of, because it's just... That's just the way it is. Alternatively, North Prince, they have this wonderful, amazing game mode called Simulacrum. And Simulacrum is awesome. Basically, they put you in a ring. Monsters spawn, you have to survive. Let's say 50 monsters attack. We kill 50 monsters, we have won the round. If we don't kill them within like 2 minutes, the next round starts and we're doubling up. At the end of a round, killing all those monsters, 2 pieces of loot will pop out. You pick the loot, it gives you a choice between 3 things, you get 1. Oh, did my OBS just freeze? No, Excess Overlay just died. I love OBS. I love Excess Overlay so much. If you die in a ring, you die in a wave, and I pull it through it to the next stage, you get revived at the end, and you get your loot. So even if you die 10 times, you are keeping up with me in loot and getting rezzed every time. You never stay dead for 10 minutes. You stay dead for at most 1 to 2 minutes, and then you get revived. Simulacrum, I don't know if they designed it to be this way, but Simulacrum is like just objectively perfect for new players and getting them into the game. Oh. Yeah, well, you're still trying to figure out the items, I guess. Risk of Rain 2 is so fun, but it was the first game that made me realize VR chat players can't play stuff without 200 mods. I've actually never played it modded. I have only ever played it unmodded. The Chester paid wall, good lord. Ciao. You shouldn't have died. 50 minutes is a long time. North just stopped being bad. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm ever going to play Risk of Rain. I feel like I've given you a bad first impression of it, which was not the goal, and now you've locked onto this bad first impression, and nothing I say can convince you otherwise, even though I think it's a perfectly, like, amazing game. And it's a 10 of 10. Honestly, any form of... You don't get to play the game for a while always feels bad for new players, even if they don't fall behind, I think. As you said, if they die twice. And honestly, it should be that way. Never played Risk of Rain, but my friend's Esks was such an annoying tryhard. I didn't get the game, so he wouldn't ask me to play with him. You talk about this idea of games requiring an insane amount of hand-holding to onboard players. To me, that seems like a game design issue. I think it's fine. It just creates the issue of every now and then, if you don't think about what you're doing to your friend, you give them this bad experience. I had this experience. I was playing with my friend Glenn. He was playing engineer. We go in. I die because it's my first time, and he spends literally like 12 minutes each stage collecting every item. And he's crazy strong. And we get to the next stage, and he's like, here, I'll just start opening chests for you. You know, he opens his chest, but like, just, you know, when you go 15 minutes with no items, you're just weak. You're just crazy strong, level-wise and item-wise. And so the game allows for this to happen, but there are things you can do to mitigate it. You decide when you go to the next stage, right? So if a friend dies, immediately go to the next stage, because at the next stage they'll revive. If you sit there for 12 minutes, oh, I guess I get all the items, that's really bad and sets them back. Hi, Kisu. It's something that, like, the developers didn't intend. It's just greedy-ass players like us immediately go, well, I guess I get all the items and don't want to waste them. But you're not wasting items in a stage. You just go to the next stage faster and get those items. Like, there's no limit to items on stages. If you go to a stage and there's 20 items and you get 5 in... Let's say you get 5 in 2 minutes. Now, let's make it easy. Let's say you get 6 items in 2 minutes. That's 3 items per minute. If you clear out the stage and you get 30 items in 10 minutes, because it's 3 items per minute, right? You haven't gotten any more items. You spent the same amount of time getting the same amount of items. So it's okay to go to the next stage and lose items. Literally, the worst thing you can do is, like, run around a map 5 times, making sure you didn't miss a single piece of item. I'm stalling. Hi, Jewel. I gotta fucking stretch.
Hello.
We're at 19 minutes.
Yeah, stretch. Get to work.
I'm doing it.
No procrastination.
Honestly, any form of you don't get to play the game for a while always feels bad for new players. And if they don't fall behind, I think. You talk about this idea. If there's no respawning, I'm not going to play it. I download it. A game just to watch a stream of someone playing the game I downloaded? You do get respawning. It's just your friend decides when you respawn. It's not really hand-holding, it's a skill issue. Fuck you, goes to sleep midstream. Hi, Zoe. It can be fun, but I don't want to play every single game with 20 people. Damn, Elon, you summed up how I feel about people's impressions of games they haven't played. Elon, why won't Cairo hang out with me? He will. He agreed to yesterday. Sleepy Chow. Risk of Rain map, wowee. I be eeping. Some people are just inconsiderate because they're having fun. Even if it's at the expense of yours. A lot of time, ants. And this very much goes to the phrase of never attribute to maliciousness what you can attribute to incompetence. A lot of the time is very much that. They're being inconsiderate, not because they're just like trying to, not because it's maliciousness. They just like don't think that way, right? There's a lot of people who you put them in a Risk of Rain map, they cannot go to the next stage until they clear out the items. You're wasting them if you don't, right? But, you know, by the time-wise, an infinite scaling game, you're not. You're just fucking over your friend. Oh no, I always attribute it to them being stupid. I am always incompetent. The person that died was inconsiderate, i.e. you. Glenn is a hero. I'm hearing the Pikmin sound in my head right now. Good, Stretchy. I will fall on your behind, got him. So how are you not cold? Oh my god. Because we're under this red light. The red light keeps us warm.
I would have been freezing my ass off right now.
Not a Respawn exclusive experience. Play a game with Redacted. Oh no, I always attribute it to them being stupid. I used to be really good in cold. I used to like play in the snow in a t-shirt.
Oh.
Then I lost 70 pounds.
What if
Now I can't fucking handle winter. I have lost all my blubber.
What if I told you I'd never seen snow before?
I don't doubt it. You live in a desert.
Yeah. One time it did snow, but it didn't stay long, and I drew a dick on a cab.
I thought you just said you hadn't seen snow.
Like, it was like shitty snow, though. It didn't stick. It was like slush. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend in Australia who's never seen snow, and we really want her to.
I want to eat it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just water. If you've ever had a slushie, it's basically flavorless that.
I still want to eat it.
I am always incontinent. What's wrong with fucking my friend? The red light is one of those Terraspar superheaters, haha. What's the snow you speak of? Snow? You mean the thing in the freezer of my fridge? Fries in Nordic. I'm in Australia and I've never seen snow. I have 2 friends in Australia that I really want to see snow. I want to eat a Pikmin. That Pikmin? Just don't eat yellow
everyone
snow.
want to eat me.
You're the blue one!
The blue one always gets tragedy, and it's so sad.
Have you ever seen the Pokemon eating videos where it's like they have a clay Bulbasaur and they like chop it up or something? I wonder if somebody's done that with Pikmin.
No. Please don't.
Hi, Danny.
Oh, I finally figured out how to imitate Pikmin 1. I did it. I played 3 hours of it.
I saw.
And why is Pikmin 1's hard?
Okay, I wanted to watch. I really wanted to be there, but we were playing Tales of Vesperia yesterday, right? And because I'm hosting it with remote play, I literally cannot tab out. If I tab out of the game, the other people just see Steam go, hey, the host is tabbed out, and pause the game, wait for them to come back, and they literally cannot play the game because I'm hosting. So like, Cairo was streaming it. I'm sitting there just tabbed in, just like, I can't go anywhere. Eris is playing it, and we have Eris driving, so Eris is playing as like the main character and running around. Cairo is streaming it, and Eris, I don't know, I love Eris. Hi, Jer. Hi, Logitech. Eris will like finish a fight and just stand there for 5 seconds, and then start running around. He'll like see a wall, go to inspect it, and just... Alright, and I'm always sitting there like, how does this guy not move so much? How does he just stop at everything? It's crazy to me. Nice wall, basically. Because they look blueberry flavored. Blueberry. Elon doesn't want me to see snow. You haven't seen snow either, Smile? I have 3 Australian friends that haven't seen snow. Depends on what type of eating.
Guys, we should... The desert people should group up and see snow.
Is that gonna make them see snow? Grouping up?
Yes. Yeah, let's group up.
Depends on what type of eating. They can wait. Pikmin 1 is worth it.
I live in a dangerous desert. They live in a dangerous desert. We're like the same.
I think their desert is a little bit more dangerous.
Okay. You know, we got scorpions, we got spiders, we got snakes. You know what a Gila monster is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those too. They're so cool. I love them.
Hey yo,
We have mountain lions, bobcats, bears. You know, we got a little bit of everything.
Counterpoint, Australia. They got spiders like this big. And you know what they all say?
Okay.
The
Yeah,
spiders
Black
aren't the
Widows
scary things.
and brown recluse.
Oh, dude, I've been finding a lot of brown recluses in my house this last year. It sucks.
Oh, that's scary.
Uh-huh. The desert people makes me think of those desert raiders in Star Wars. Just mail them. Snow Yulin. We have me. Yeah, but do you have Casawaris? Checkmate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. North Prince. If you ever see Risk of Rain 2 on like a mega sale for like $2, you get it and I will play it with you. And I will make sure you have fun. What's what?
What's Risk of Rain?
Okay, so the map we're in is from a game called Risk of Rain 2. It is
Oh, okay.
a roguelite where you play a third person and you run around. There's like 14 characters or something. One of them's a sword guy, one of them's a dual pistols guy. There's a mage girl. There's an engineer that sets down Torbjorn turrets.
Torbjorn!
The thing about Risk of Rain is that there are boxes around the map, and they take gold to open. Enemies infinitely spawn, you kill enemies, you get gold, you open the boxes. The boxes can be literally fucking anything. They can be a soldier syringe, which increases your attack speed by 10%. Really good on damn near everybody. It could be double jump. It could be armor, where you take less damage from hits. There's like 50 items that it could be. And so, like, as time goes on, the monsters get beefier and beefier.
It's kind of like Binding of Isaac, but an open world game.
Not really open world, because, like, this is a very finite space. This is very much like...
Oh.
This, what you see here is one stage. It's 3D. Oh, it's very vertical.
That's cool.
But kind of, yes. The monsters scale with time. And so, like, you know, at a minute, the monsters get harder. At 2 minutes, the monsters get harder. At 3 minutes, the monsters get harder. That never stops.
Oh.
And so you need to be opening chests fast enough to keep up with that. You need your damage to be outscaling the monsters as they get stronger. If you like Binding of Isaac, you will like Risk of Rain 2. There's a lot of mechanical overlap, or like system overlap, that make games, well, I think of people that really like Binding of Isaac, and I'm thinking, you know, those people always seem to like Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, I never played any of them, but I would like to.
I like
One
that you
day.
use Binding of Isaac as an example, and you're like, yeah, I never played that one either. And I'm like, okay.
I only know about it because my ex-boyfriend, that's all he played.
Oh.
Like, he wouldn't play any other game. And I was like, bored.
We got wild rabbits in Texas, kick them from the fucking map. They don't get to be here. What's Risk of Rain looks around. Oh, we have them here too. We call them Thitty Bunnies. Amazing. I met a guy that only speedruns an Undertale fan game. Really? He doesn't even speedrun Undertale. Just the fan-made game. That's crazy to me. I was watching Etoile Doll last night. She does a lot of Metroid game randomizer. Last night she was playing Metroid Dread. Hi, Devilgated. What you see is what you get. Just a guy who loves adventure. Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, Lord. I feel like that should be a red flag, right? It's so unrealistic. People are usually less hard the longer I am around. And I get easier the longer you are around. Okay, alright. Devil, I missed an Eto stream? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How do you feel that 2001 was 24 years ago?
The same as I felt yesterday when we were talking about it, or the day before. I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
1,
I got bad news.
3, 4,
My
Is it
job
related to your
called
job?
me.
Yeah.
Yep. They called me yesterday while I was heading to work and said, "You don't have a sales attitude. Don't come in."
You know, I was thinking like, you don't really want to call off on day 3 of working.
It's fine.
That kind of sucks. Maybe 24 and 60.
Well, the job, I'm not gonna lie, the job seemed very scammy, if that makes sense. How they sold their insurance is that they will only get like a couple people licensed and everyone else not. So me not being licensed, right? And let's say I sold you insurance.
Yeah.
I go over the whole policy, right? Then you have to do that again with the actual licensed agent. So that's how they would sell their policies.
That is, yeah.
Annoying.
Sounds like call center nonsense. Yeah. Obviously that's very scammy, and it sounds like, you know, it would have sucked to work there. Finding a new job would have been a lot easier with an existing job, but...
Yes, I know. I know.
I just realized. I am now older than my parents were when they had me. We gotta try harder, Ewan. I had that same realization a little bit ago. I'm 34. My parents had me when they were 27. And it's like, oh, man.
Oh, we're good. My dad was 23 when I was born. My mom was 32. We're not there yet. We got one of them, not the other.
Yeah? Yeah. All right, planks. We've been slow today.
Wait, you're 37?
I said 34.
Oh.
I said my parents had me
Oh my God.
when they were 27. You're 42? This guy's an idiot. 32:30.
You're 94?
3 minutes.
I knew it.
Haha,
Yeah, you better plank.
old Plankachino. 37:34, the same difference. You're 94. Oh, 27. Old. I'm 41. Old, straight back. It is straight!
I can call myself young. I'm 24. I'm young.
Old is whatever the next YouTube advertising bracket is. For me, that's 35.
No!
Once I'm 35, old changes to 44. You're 69? Well, you did... Well, you will be later tonight. Okay. 24, gang. I've worked longer than the time I haven't worked. 14 years out of work, 20 years working. I'm 37. How can you plank at your age? Shut up. My first job was a call center thing that was DEPA scam. Fired after a week because I sucked. I'm turning 25 in 2 months. My first job that, like, was taxable was a quality support representative at 20. Basically, my dad worked at a medical transportation management company.
Oh, I did something like that.
And he wanted me to have a summer job. And he was like, you're working at my company for 3 months. And so they basically hired me with this bullshit position of get him to do shit. And what they had me do was, if people were falling behind or struggling, I became their assistant and helped them. So a lot of people were giving me tedious, busy work. And I did that 3 days a week for a summer. And I could work up to 40 hours, right? And that was his goal. But I just went to work with him and drove to work with him. And he would work 12-hour days. So I would work 3 days a week and get in like 36 hours. It was miserable. 1 more minute. You know, even if Risk of Rain's on sale, I don't think I'm even buying it then. Even if it was gifted me. That's crazy, North Prince. That's actually wild. I worked in a computer repair shop in high school. It was awesome. Spent most of my time removing viruses from computers. How long were you employed? I spent 10 years as a mechanic. So you know I have magic hands?
Ooh, woo. Of course you do.
30 more seconds.
You know how to twist those bolts, you know?
Yeah. I'm still working at my first job ever. Yeah. 20 seconds.
My first job was me working at a casino as a dishwasher. I did it for 2 years and I wanted to die.
My second job, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh. My second job was at UPS as a primary sorter. Hi, Josh.
Maybe you should play it to UPS. Yeah.
I worked there for 3 months as well. That was also a summer job. I wanted to consider working there like full time. I wanted to work there while going to school, but I was not strong enough. Hi, Yasu. You want to try some side planking? I did. I tried it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It honestly just didn't feel like it did anything, but it felt very like, oh, I'm just gonna fall because I'm in all my VR stuff. Not accepting gifted games level of hatred, but only hearing about it is kind of wild. Want my respawn mechanic on the same stage. Casinos have dishwashers. I worked at Wendy's in high school. I hated it. My first big boy job was Citgo Petroleum. I had that job so much. An under-the-table job selling probably illegal newspaper subscriptions with a shady, nearly toothless old dude. Butlin, it was an experience. I was 14, I think. Butlin, Tushy. Come work for me. What's a side plank? Still not strong enough. This looks like the opposite of walking and just lying down. Hi, Ty. Yoga stream when? I don't think I'll ever do a yoga stream. Just because managing trackers while doing yoga sounds like such a fucking pain. Like, there's actually some stretches...
constantly change them.
Yeah, there's some stretches I would like to do. And I just don't. Because, you know, it's like, oh, I can't lay on my back, so can't do that one. You guys, wait here. Is there enough, like, to hide behind this?
Are you trying to hide?
Yeah, I can hide behind this. You guys can't see anything.
Twist body into crippling action. Eulin is currently broken.
My sketchiest job was straight up a felony? Holy shit. Oh, my trackers look like they're in the wrong spots. You're a little in the way, Techno. You're move. I can just block you if I need to. Alright, good. You only went to the chiropractor stream when you stand on my back. Oh boy, you on ankles. Took me 3 pretty different jobs to realize I wasn't cut out for working. Statute of limitations is up. I can talk about it if I want. Hi, chat. My sketchiest job was for sure one of those fucking call centers for clinical trials. I quit after 1 day. Had to ask permission to use the restroom. That was a big no for me. Yeah, Pikmin.
Don't eat me.
That's what you're made for. You literally like being thrown.
No!
You're a Pikmin.
That's true.
The only people...
Dude, I killed so many with bombs yesterday. I had to redo day 5 like 12 times because I kept on killing my pigmen, all of them with a bomb.
Oh god. Middle school ass job. Did you say chiropractor stream? That's right. We said cryo-auric. For the chiropractor stream. This camera. I put that there, that there. I bring this up. We're walking through Final Fantasy verse. Please do not use my full legal name. World. Let's start walking. 40 minutes in. Gah, you guys got me talking about Risk of Rain 2. I'm in the witness protection program. Yolan, have you ever moderated for a Discord or VR chat group before? If so, what's it like? I've modded for a Discord group connected to a streamer's channel. I'm modded in, you know, a few streams. Not that they're like that big, but I found him, call him the boss. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't take modding seriously until there's money involved. So, like, let's say Cairo Auric mods me in his stream and his Discord. I don't look at that as a responsibility. I don't look at that as, like, any form of, like, I have shit to do. What it is, though, is if I see something, I've been trusted and given the tools to correct it as I come across it. So, like, if Cairo mods me, and I see someone, you know, start saying shit in his Discord, okay, I can ban that person, right? Cairo trusts me to do that. But if there's no money involved, there's no responsibility. There's no obligation. You are helping out, and it is just like, whenever you see something, you've been trusted with doing something about it. But if somebody, like, mods you in a VR chat group, or a Discord, or on a Twitch stream, and you, like, don't show up, and they're like, where the fuck were you? Why'd I give you mod? You should, like, immediately unmod yourself, because they're treating it like a job and trying to take advantage of you, and giving you no compensation for that. 40 minutes, goddamn, healing dizzy. You better take it seriously, this guy. My last job was similar. So it was Geek Squad. Had to ask for restrooms and breaks were super strict. Like, you weren't allowed to leave the premises during your 15 minutes. You were the chosen one. He's a Discord mod. Get him, boys. If I speak, I will get in trouble. I don't mod people anymore, because they just use their mod powers to abuse me. Jeez, that's a big no for me. I'll pee when I want and where I want. I had at Tech Systems, somebody was like, do you go to your car for your breaks? I was like, yeah. You know, I kind of like the, you know, the silence, and I like playing games on my own. Time to go to your... Okay. And one of my supervisors was like, maybe you should start eating in the break room with other people. And I looked at them and I was like, is that required? Is that mandatory? And they went, no, it's not mandatory. And I went, I don't think I will then. And I made it very clear, I'm not getting paid for that time. I'm doing what I want on that time. Absolutely not am I doing company, like, team building bullshit on my break. People need mod powers to abuse you. More like you don't trust your mods to do what's necessary. The amount of times I've seen you can ban the streamer, server owner trying to ban Cairo. I unmodded myself because I couldn't shout out multiple times. Despite how many times I tried, I felt like a failure. Lamau can't. Not me napping in my car on my break. Oh boy, walking time. Hi, Joe. Yeah, I started that in high school. I dared teachers to try and stop me.
Oh my god, I have a blanket. I could take a nap.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's why I messed with the streamer who modded me. Tried so damn hard to get paid for it. But the 15 other mods that don't. We're happy working for free. If a streamer, like, is big enough, I feel like they should pay their mods. If a streamer is making...
Like someone like as big as like Iron Mouse and Passionate and all that.
You're so far away from your mic, Jewel.
I know, and it's because Winston is on my lap. Stop. Oh. I was saying like Iron Mouse and like Castanet. Fuck. Like them big, like Connor and like Jay Schlatt, like them, they should pay their people.
Oh, obviously. And like at that size, I just assume they do. And then you learn like some of them don't, and they're like, I've got 50 monkeys dancing for me for free. Why would I pay them? And I'm like, ugh, I hate that. If you're making 10,000 a month, that's like you've long passed the pay your moderators route. If you're making like 5,000, I don't know if I'd pay them like a set amount, but maybe like bonuses now and
At least
then.
give them something.
Like, have mod streams where it's like, hey, 3 times a year
Or
we
buy them
do a
games and stuff,
subathon
too.
that goes to the mods.
Go lay down.
That's something Rubber Ross is getting drama for right now. Is he not paying them, or is he saying to pay them and everybody's going after him? What's this area called? Looks neat. This is Eastern Shroud. This is in Final Fantasy XIV. It's one of the vanilla zones. It's actually the area where you get married. He's not paying them? That's not what I would have expected from Ross.
Wait, the artist Ross?
Yeah. He pays some of them?
Fuck?
I just am worried about being a moderator or anything because I'm quite busy. I don't know if I can fulfill mod roles. Yeah, there's no mod roles. There's no mod responsibilities. If you are not getting paid, it is a charity. It is like, whenever it works for you and it's convenient for you, like, it's another set of eyes. I have modded Bits, Lost One, Icy Fire Mage, and Den. None of them have any, like, well, none of them should have any sense of responsibility. It is literally just, it can't be awake 24/7. If you see something, go ahead and handle it, because 1, I know you'd want to handle it, and 2, I trust you to handle it. He's paying some of them. Found one, hope they're doing well. No marriage zone. This is the chapel where you get married, Shiro. You buy a marriage ticket, you come out here and select a time slot, and then you get married. Then. I mean, I just automated all of mine.
You can get married in Final Fantasy?
Auto shoutouts and other minor stuff. It's the perfect mod. I want to do auto shoutouts. I want it to be like, I get rated, and then it shouts them out. I just... Every time I look at it, it's like, alright, download these 3 things, and I'm like, I'll come back to this. Like with conventions, he refused to comp people for the work they're missing. Instead, they should be happy to be coming along and to consider it a vacation. I mean, so if a mod is working a standard job and then going to TwitchCon or something, or a convention, if he's requiring them to be there, he should compensate them. If he's not, if it's just like, we're going to hang out, I would not be compensating them, but if he's having them do stuff all there, yeah, he should be paying them. It's not a charity, you're sub to the streamer, you're paying the streamer to work for them. You want to see... I mean, technically it's not a charity, because charity is a very, like, foundation, like, giving to a that mission cause. But it is very much a, like, you are doing it for free. Never seen a 14 marriage would be neat. The shit posting mid-wedding is better than the marriage. There are people working his booth? He's way out of line for not paying them. He's way out of line then. Which is, you know, I've liked a lot of Ross's takes in the past. That one's... If they are literally working for him, why are you not paying them? And I get it. It's one of those things, I think it was Kai Cenat that worded it this way. I have 50 people jumping through hoops to mod for me for free. Why would I pay them? And when you look at it from a business standpoint, if people are willing to do it for free, why would you pay them? It's just like, I don't know, man, you have the means to, why wouldn't you pay them? Some people have to fight tooth and nail to get him to even comp their plane tickets. I went to a FF wedding once, the bride got mad at me because I got the most attention at the event. I saw one wedding and started warrior raging on one of the people being wed. Turns out I was right that they were not a nice person. Business and moral obligations are different in my opinion. Yeah. I don't know. I'll tell you guys right now. If I ever get big, if I ever become a 1,000 viewer Andy, and I'm making in, even if I was making like 3,000 a month, which isn't much, but like for my bills, that's more than I need. I would probably get like 1 or 2 mods, and I'd be like, your job is now to show up to my stream. And I can think of a few people that don't have a lot going on in their life that I could pay like 200 a month, and that would be life-changing for them. If that happened, you'd forget all about us, about all of us. No, I won't. It's me.
Forget me.
I don't think 200 is life-changing for you, Cairo. I'm thinking of the people that, like, they don't really fit in with society and holding a job is hard for them. I'm thinking of those people.
Don't call me out.
I am not calling you out specifically. I could pay like 1/6 of my rent with that? Yeah. They should not be different, but
That's
also
my internet bill.
Your internet? Wow.
My internet bill is $150, and then if you add like another like $60, that's like my cell phone bill. So technically, that's like 2 bills.
How the fuck? I pay 65 for internet here.
That's great. I wish I didn't pay 150, but
Good
my
lord.
internet is so dog shit that I have to pay that much to have good internet. I have Cox internet. I love it.
This is why internet should be
favorite.
provided by the government, because when it's private companies like this, holy. Damn, some people just got called deadbeats. I literally said the opposite, Shiro. I'm thinking of people that just like... Okay, here's an example. I have a friend who is, has sleep apnea. She literally falls asleep at her jobs constantly and gets fired for being a lazy employee sleeping on the job. But it's like diagnosed sleep apnea. So, like, she struggles to just have a job. Right now, she works a job. It's core. Okay, it's core. She has a job driving to casinos and fixing their machines. But here's the thing. She fucking hates driving. She can do it on her schedule, so it works for her, but she hates it. I don't need 200, just give me 200 thigh pics. I'm waiting for Pixel to say it's me, isn't it? Me smile. Cairo, you'd not be a good mod. I think Cairo could be a good mod, but I'd have to really sit him down and be like, alright, you leave your sense of humor at the door when you're modding for me. If I catch any mod abuse... Sleep apnea or narcolepsy? It's not narcolepsy. It is not like, hey, even if you're not tired, you fall asleep here. It's sleep apnea in that she can't sleep more than 2 to 3 hours, and it makes her fucking tired later. Oh, it's less abuse, and more he doesn't do anything. I have to moderate his Discord. So insomnia? No, because insomnia prevents you from falling asleep. She can fall asleep, she can't stay asleep. What humor! Oh my god. Holy crap, where do you live? I pay 20 in EU. Hipster area of Houston. This is a terrible take, Ewan. Oh no, which one specifically? My internet is provided by the local power company. It's 80 a month for fiber. Oh dang, makes sense in a house, right? Yeah, I bought this house and regret it every single day, working on downsizing. Fun fact here, internet is considered a human right. Luckily. So if you can't afford good internet, the government pays for your internet. I'm gonna say it in a jokey way, I'm sorry. No, all good, all good. Chicken jockey, would she end up falling asleep while watching stream? Wait, I already do that? Maybe? But, like, I think if she got it to a schedule, she'd be okay. And I wouldn't require, like, hey, you have to be there 100% of the time. I'd require, like, 90% of the time, and between, like, 2 or 3 people, there'd be coverage. Yeah, but Yulin, what if it's really funny and everyone laughs? Plus, Abuse of Mori doesn't do anything after moderated his Discord, so Insomnia. My humor is my only charm point. What humor? Dickman 5. Hi, Juice. The sleep apnea is snoring related. Like, they make things for that. I think she's trying things. But some work and some don't. Or some will work for a limited amount of time. I'd be a great mod. You should mod me. I'll ban all the people who misbehave in the first minute of the stream for half the year. And not for the other half. That's the way moderation goes for SS14. If you do something really messed up, but everyone loved it or was super badass, you get a free pass. Oh. I feel like that's a great system until it isn't. Because that's going to encourage people to do some, like, almost heinous shit that fucks with people. And then it's going to be funnier and funnier and funnier, and people are going to try and top themselves more and more. Until one time, it goes really bad and no one laughs. And everybody's like, dude, what the fuck? And it's like, what the hell, man? I thought everyone would laugh. I thought it was going to be funny. The last thing was funny. Because that's how prank channels go. They don't start off doing, like, really bad shit. They start off doing harmless pranks.
That got shot, right?
Yes. They get more and more. They push themselves a little bit further each time. Until it gets something that's really crazy. Something goes wrong. Or it's just a bad prank that gets a lot of attention. Hi. And at that point, you know, nobody's laughing. Everyone's like, bro, what the fuck? But, like, it has been a staircase to that moment. It has not been... We do comfort, you know, cooking videos. And then out of nowhere, we do a video where we prank somebody by hitting them with a car. It is, you know, a prank that involves driving by someone. A prank that involves stopping in front of someone. A prank that involves almost hitting somebody. Right? It's a gradual increase until the one thing that's too much.
Touching me inappropriately on
Isn't that sleep dyspnea? Apnea, you stop breathing completely for a bit now? I believe it's apnea. I also haven't heard of it in, like, a year or two, so she might not even be dealing with it anymore. That's how most RP games are, though. Yeah, it's not great. Someone puts a teleporter over the meat grinder, so it took out, like, 30 people. People kept walking into it, and it was really funny. Dude got, like, a 12-hour ban. I've done some foul shit in RP servers and got away with it because the admins were crying laughing. Yeah, if it's good RP, it's good. Crashed a bus into a funeral. Holy. Hi.
I'm tickling you.
What the heck? You can't do that, I'm walking. I think the worst modding I've ever seen was the time the chat started spamming sound alerts. Messed the streamer, and the mod was the main spammer, and the entire time he was refunding his channel points. So he could keep endlessly spamming the alerts. Holy. But they checked logs, and I had been roleplaying my bus fucking up all day. Can you make hitting someone with a car funny, though? Yes, because the guy died by getting hit by a bus. How long until someone makes a school shooter joke with that kind of system? Basically, one of those in a terrible turn of events, man's manner of death kills 12 at his funeral. I can because I make jokes like that all the time because my sister was hit by one.
Oh.
That vitally YouTube prankster bozo is stuck in prison in the Philippines for 2 to 3 after basically just threatening people as a prank. What were you gonna say?
Oh, isn't that, what do you call it? The guy, I don't know his name, but he was like a streamer that was like disrespecting like Korean culture and like Japanese culture, and he's like in jail right now.
Johnny Somali. I don't know where he is right
There
now.
you go, thank you.
That's less of a gradual thing. That's, well, it probably was gradual over 6 years or something. I don't know. When I lived in Yellowknife, the internet was 280 CAD for 150 Mbps. Was the best internet out there? Jesus. Why are you role-playing school as an adult? Grow up. Don't role-play nightmares. I got away with killing an admin on SS14 because it was really, really great RP. In prison in Korea. Last I hear, they're still trying to build a case for his permanent imprisonment. Ants. I had a fucking amazing time in high school. I went to a private Christian school, and there was a lot of indoctrination and, like, bullshit zealotry there. Which was, I didn't recognize it at the time, but I recognize it now. But at the time, you know, it was coasting through school, playing World of Warcraft, and going to LAN parties for Halo and Smash with friends. I had a fucking blast in high school. I was one of the nerds, but because it was a private Christian school, you know, bullying was very frowned upon. If you bullied or, you know, did things that made you look like you were trying to be popular, it was like you got swarmed. You effectively got the religious bullying for trying to be a bully or popular. So nerds like me fucking thrived because, you know, I hung out with some of the Christian kids. And, I was essentially part of the cool group. So, like, my high school experience? Fucking rad. Fucking awesome. I look back at it and I'm like, ooh, there was some mental gymnastics going on. There was some shit there. But, like, I look at high school compared to college, and I think I liked high school more. The admin was a sentient pig, and we wanted to put its brain in a cyborg body, but everyone knew it wasn't possible, but I did it anyway. Don't roleplay a school setting, please. And we were haunted by that pig. And the thought of what we did for the rest of the shift. Less school is bad for you, and more people have nightmares about being stuck in school. Oh, okay. Someone gets run over and dies at a funeral. Can you just, like, throw them in the grave? Do, like, a 2-for-1 special? Or that literally happened 2 days ago. The casket fell and knocked the man's son into the grave under the casket? Oh, God. I had the general weird kid high school experience. I think of some of the, like, public schools, and I'm like, man, I'd have been a lot less happy there. Pull it up!
I was in a public school.
Turns out the weird was the tism. I don't know. In my high school, there was, like, the overly religious, like, I go to youth group 2 times a week as well as church on Sundays, which were, like, the cool kids. They were elevated by the school, and essentially the popular kids. Hi, Joe. And then there was, you know, me, the nerd, who I went to church on Sundays and maybe a youth group an extra day a week sometimes. But because that was the same friend group, I was essentially part of the cool kids group. And it was very, like, you know, I look at some of the people that at my school, hi Wrath, probably had a very negative experience, right? I remember one guy, I don't think he really fit in with anybody, and so he was very alone. I kind of think of just, you know, how do I word this? Eminem without all the rapping stuff. Trailer trash in a private Christian school. I kind of get the feeling that, you know, money was very, very tight for him, and his parents were like, we really want to send him to a good school, so we're sending him here. We are sacrificing for that, which I look at and I'm like, that's fucking real cool of them. But I feel like that gave him a real, like, lonely experience at school. There was one guy who was gay. And he didn't tell people he was gay. But, like, he was one of those flamboyantly gay people. And so it's kind of like everyone knew. I think he got bullied a shit ton.
Well, we went to a private school.
Hmm?
And it was religious.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was very much like, we're an enlightened private school. We're not like the bad Christians or the blowhorn Christians. You know, we're not going to yell at him and say being gay is bad. We hate the sin, not the sinner. And it's like, oh, that's... Ugh. Ain't no love like Christian hate. Makes sense. Sure you got bullied more than most schools. That sounds so miserable. I don't know if that's bullied more than a public school. Because, like, in a public school, I don't know for sure, but I imagine in high school, your ass is getting roasted for being gay. Maybe less so now, but in the 2000s, your ass was getting roasted for being gay. How dare you be a sinner in my Minecraft server? Well, I got roasted for being gay, and I wasn't. So you're right about that.
I was bullied because I was a white kid in school.
I agree, Ann. Was that, like, actively bullied or, like, teased and, like, throwaway comments?
Well, actively bullied.
Oh.
And it was because I went to a school, like near, like, I'm not gonna lie, I live, like, an hour and a half away from Mexico's border. So, like, you know, I went to a school where there's hardly any white kids. Out in the middle of nowhere, so I was bullied because, one, my brother had Down syndrome, and then two, I had blue eyes, and no one else did.
Oh yeah, I was also like one of 5 white kids as well. But that never really came up. Private Christian school. In a graduating class of 60, we had, I'd say 50 to 54 of them were white. We had basically no diversity. And I grew up thinking like, oh, you know, racism isn't a thing. Maybe in the South, you know, everybody's nice to Kiel, the one black guy at school. You know, he doesn't deal with racism here because we're all nice and good Christians. I now look at it, you know, the thing with Kiel is that his father forced him to be in karate, and by 14 years old, he was a black belt, and he very regularly shared that with people, which I don't know if he even liked karate. But I definitely look at that now as, oh, he was 100% telling people that to say, like, hey, I'll fucking kick your ass if you fuck with me. You're gonna be racist, fucking do it under your breath and not to my face. And it was very much a, like, a defensive thing for him. Which I look at it now and I'm like, fucking hate that situation. I wouldn't want to have wanted to be, like, in karate just to not get bullied. Oh, nice to the one black guy. I wouldn't say I was bullied in school, but I was definitely teased because I was almost a mute. As far as that goes, my school was ahead of times, I'd say. The gay kids sometimes received some works from the Mormon kids. There were so many gays that it was pretty normalized. Really? Okay. I don't know. I look back at the stuff and just, the religious zealotry bled into a lot of things. And I'd say the normal issues for public schools were kind of covered up at my school. My school definitely, oh God, they wanted to be seen as just this pure elite school so badly. I remember there was, you know, an incident where 2 students got caught having sex, and they tried everything to cover it up. It was like you weren't allowed to talk about it, and like nobody knew who it was. It was just we heard 2 students got caught, and it's like, you're talking about it, detention. Hi, Bingo. Hey, Dingo. Eulerand. I appreciate you all for reaching this point of your life. What's the story I got for you guys? Is it beach day yet? I can't see the taxes. I assumed it was going to be tomorrow, but I don't think we've hit it. I see you guys paying taxes.
Really close. We're so close to beach day.
Hi, Yuki. How was Red
We're
Dead?
95% away.
Mm.
Oh, wait, we are 95%. We're 5% away. My
Hog. Hello, Dingo. I'm watching Yulin while eating Raisin Bran. I'm off work today. I too was bullied for being white, but it was less about being white, more about being ultra white, and most of them were other white kids. 94% right now. Make it be on Sunday now. I have a bounty of $30. I don't pay taxes, and I still benefit from it. Oh my god. I would actually be the same as Yuki, or Joe, where I don't pay taxes because I just like hoarding points. Fucking awful. Game trailers. We watched game trailers yesterday. I went back through the list this morning to like look at a few of these. South of Midnight looked like the best game. That one just looks like the best game. I don't think I'll get it, but I want to watch people play that one. Haunted House Renovator looked really good. It literally just looks like the House Flipper Simulator, but better because it's more fantastical and, you know, literally a haunted house. And then there was Everwind, which was made by the fucking makers of Arma, which is like, hold on, what? I think I'm actually gonna go wishlist that one. Hi, love.
We're only 3,000 away.
Hell yeah.
3,000.
Wait, no, I like.
You and you are what's wrong with this country.
3,000.
I'll have you know, Octomage, that I pay my taxes. I'm paying $400 in taxes this year, federally. Apparently, if you make more than $5,000 a year, you cannot do your Missouri state taxes through TurboTax, and you have to mail them in. So, fuck, I have to figure that out. Ugh. I hate TurboTax. My best friend at the time used to joke that I was glow in the dark. Points are good. Techno, I swear to God. Sure, I wouldn't know at all what to do without your super important info. All because I picked up someone that is unconscious on the ground. What was the wrestling game? WWE 2K25. I went to play it more last night.
Beach day tomorrow.
Instead, fell asleep. The South of Midnight. Hi, you and my love. Miss Frey. Hey, Techno. Can I go to bed now? Actually, I don't need your permission. I'm an adult and I eat Pikmin. Good night, Smile. Sleep well.
Who's trying to eat me?
Smile is.
Why? Oh,
Because
I'm
you're
not
a
a Pikmin at
Pikmin.
the moment. Hold on.
Avoid taxes are almost paid. I better not pay them so I can be on Sunday instead of tomorrow. Kisu, I like TurboTax. I hate TurboTax. I fucking hate that the government knows how much we owe and could just give us a bill. But these companies lobby to make it so that we need them, so that we have to pay them extra. I hate TurboTax. Did mine last night.
Person.
I tried to do them last night, but they got rejected, and so I need to look at them again today. I paid the least. Let's go. Ara, hi, hun. I need to get 2K25 and make all my friends in. Yeah. Record a Royal Rumble. Fog, another day to benefit without paying. Hi, I miss you. I paid 0. I don't earn taxes. I don't think anybody earns taxes. Just be like us, have tax come off automatically. We know how much you owe. Okay, how much do I owe? Guess. Okay, jail. Literally, that meme makes me so mad. But you and House, could the government nickel and dime the common man without this system? It's not the government nickel and diming us. It is literally just keeping a middleman in the system so that they can charge us an extra $100. That's all it is. Like, we pay an extra $100 to go through places like H&R Block, TurboTax, or all these other places. And we don't need to. We could just pay the government directly. But because they refuse to make it such an annoying system, we need companies like that. Unless you really want to do a lot of research and figure this shit out on your own. And, like, most people don't have the patience or time for that. Wait, sorry. I don't earn enough to pay taxes. So here's the other thing. Pay taxes, Ewan. Here's the other thing, Yuki. We used to have this law where we have tax brackets. And the bottom bracket is $12,000 a year. If you make less than $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, you're, considered in poverty, and you don't pay taxes. And then this guy named Trump came along. And he added a tax plan that over 7 years made it so that goes more and more away. And so as of last year, that is completely unprotected. And you get taxed for the bottom 12,000 now. So you tell me eat the rich? I mean, basically, but like, if we aren't already, I don't know what's gonna get people to do it. They're literally just fucking rug pulling the stock market over and over and making millions and billions. And nothing's happening. My shit is so wild, I need a tax attorney, it sucks. Only pay taxes to you and then Koyo. Hi, Chocolate. There was a free filing system, but Doge killed it. Ugh. I have a bracket? I don't know how Australian taxes work. So you tell me eat the rich? Yes. Freya Sweet Bean, eat the rich, literally. Is it a clever plan the way they rolled it out? Guillotines? Fucked up but clever? Was it clever? Because it feels so ham-fisted and just blatant. I mean, it's working, so fuck, I guess so. But you and the egg prices. The eggs are such a small part of it. The eggs is the most excusable thing because bird flu actually exists. It's all the other grocery prices that have not come down since COVID. That's like, what the fuck? It's the stock market where, like, Trump announces tariffs. The price of everything plummets, and then Trump goes, and all of his friends buy low, and then he goes, actually we're gonna pause the tariffs for 90 days, and everything shoots back up. They're literally just buying the dip that the fucking White House controlled, and it's like, oh my god. And it's so blatant, because we literally have videos of Trump going like, this guy made 900 million. This guy made 2.5 billion. Not bad for a day. And it's like, dude. I'm sitting here like, you can't just brag about that shit out in the open. But then he just does and nothing happens. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yuki, Sweetest Bean, you'll ask for way more taxes. You said the bottom bracket? Okay, Haxie, alright. They set it up so it would come into full effect when their party wasn't in power. Oh, the taxing. I thought you were talking about the rug pull thing. Yeah. No, so what Trump did, he made a tax plan that would last 7 years. And the first year, it basically changes nothing. It increases taxes a little bit for companies. And then the next year, it just the same thing. A little bit more for companies, a little bit more for the common man. Third year, it starts going down for companies. It starts making it so the companies pay less and less, and just the brackets go lower and lower, and by the 7th year, 2024, when Trump is not in power, when it's the Democrats in control, and you're sitting there going, man, sure paying a lot under Biden, this sucks. I'm gonna vote for a Republican to lower my taxes. When it's literally like you go back 7 years to his tax plan, and it was Trump that's the reason you're paying so much in taxes. It's so stupid, and then when you know about it, you're like, what the fuck, dude? Common uninformed man would blame the party in power? Yep. But the fact that everyone was like, eggs are gonna go down because President don't, but now eggs are way back up again. I also hate it. They paused it because China and Japan were dumping T-bills, and they still are. But I don't think that's the reason they paused it, Logitech. I think the real reason is they wanted to buy the dip, and like literally there's just videos of Trump just pointing at his friends. This guy made millions. This guy made billions. I'd say it's more Paul Ryan than Trump. He ain't that smart. It's so evil, Lamau. It's... I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I really like AOC. I like Bernie. I want the Democratic Party to reform. Because right now the Democratic Party is like split two ways of, you know, the massive reform and, you know, the socialist reform. And the other of just keep doing what it's doing and, ugh, capitalism boo. Capitalism boo. We need an alien invasion. We need an alien invasion to come in and go, wow, you guys cannot govern yourselves. We're taking control. We're giving you the robots that, you know, do a lot of the work for you. And from now on, all of you work 10 hours a week with free healthcare and basic human rights. I want that fucking to happen. Is that never going to happen?
We're going to.
Yeah. But that's what I want, damn it. Alien invasion with alien lawns. The alien dads and alien lawnmowers. There's no one good enough for them to lead, sadly. Don't look at me, I voted for Kodos. Then we form a brand new party focused on beating up aliens. On a completely different note, my new cheer comes on Tuesday next week. Super Earth time. We had someone buy throne stuff yesterday. It should be here tomorrow. It is the Logiacrus mousepad, the Xbox controller, and the skirt.
I thought it was the other item on there. Thank God it wasn't.
What other item?
You know what item?
The 47?
Yeah.
That's not on mine, that's on Kairos.
Oh, thank God.
There's a 28 on mine, but not a 47.
Oh, okay. It's 28.
Speaking of...
Thank God still.
What's a 47?
There was a throne suggestion to Kairos throne, and I don't know who could have done this. This is crazy. I just saw it there, even though you can't see suggestions before they're accepted or rejected. But it was an anal snake, which is basically a very flexible dildo that is 47 inches long.
Oh.
I hope you never find mine.
It's probably not hard to find yours, Jewel.
No, it probably isn't.
Notter's got it. A what? Hi, Keo. An anal snake. Think of a dildo that's very, very flexible. That way it can go around the curves. And the one that I found, I mean, this person suggested to Kairos Throne, I don't know who, was 47 inches long. There's a picture on the item link, the product link, where this girl's just holding it at shoulder height, and it goes down to her ankles. We're going to build a skywall so we can keep our 9 to 5s. Anything new added on Throne?
Anyone.
Yes, actually. So, I was going to mention this. Someone suggested a fucking vending machine on mine. It was $4,900 for a fucking vending machine on my throne.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Think about it. If you got a vending machine in your house and you filled it up with all snacks and you had to buy your own snacks, you're just like saving money to buy more snacks.
You're not saving money because you're paying for the snacks.
Yeah.
Anal
But then
snake?
it
You mean a
takes
cave
longer
diver
to
going into the
spend
Devil's
money.
Creek? Good lord. Sip, got it. Oh,
Winston,
what?
get your butthole out of my face.
We need an emperor that we need to sacrifice people to keep them alive. Hi, how's you? I'm good. We're at 1.9 miles. That's what brings us together.
Sad.
Why did he accept it? Yeah, Cairo, why did you accept it? That's crazy. Anal snake, you mean a cave diver going into the Devil's Creek? What does it bend? I think it was just like snacks. I don't know. That Pikmin is reaching. What does it bend? Time to put a soft served ice cream machine on it. Oh my god. Y'all getting spicy snakes and vending machines for your suggestions? Someone suggested me a $150 10-pound cheese wheel. See that? That sounds awesome. I don't know if I could eat it fast enough. Okay, Keo. You're getting, cheese wheels. And I'm getting vending machines. Are you getting skirts? Tell me you're getting skirts. People are looking at you and going, femboy, right? Give them a skirt. You just shave off the mold. I don't think I've had a suggestion yet. It will be fine. I didn't know you had one, Haxie. We're gonna go suggest some stuff later.
Oh.
Yeah, I am not fucking... I rejected the vending machine. I've never had a suggestion.
I would have kept it on there just for shits and giggles. And made it sure that it doesn't have crowdfunding on it, so people don't put money on it. They have to buy it in one go.
See, I wouldn't want somebody to buy it in one go. Because, one, what the fuck would I do with it? I'd literally just sell it. And that sounds like a fucking hassle.
More money.
If somebody wants to give me $5,000, it's not gonna stop them if they can't do it through a fucking vending machine. Community
Bunny
challenge
suits?
ended. Huh?
Bunny suits?
Oh yeah, Haxie has
like
like
bunny suits.
28 bunny suits or something.
Like actual bunny suits? Like the sexy one?
Yeah.
I want one so bad!
Go get one!
I can't.
No, you can get them for...
Not out.
Oh, wait. I was gonna say you have a job, so you can buy shit now, but...
Not anymore.
I have a lot of stuff on mine, a lot of cosplay bunny suits. Nope. All my other suggestions are Wi-Fi Center, 127th Diecast Toyota Tacoma, Chicken Tender, Keychain, and an IKEA water bottle that Throne says might not be available. Many. We'll fix that,
Put
Keo.
a bunny suit on my throne.
We'll fix that for you, Keo. Anytime I'm in VR, I'm literally wearing one. Their best VR outfit. IRL, they will wear a bunny suit while in VR.
I like this idea already.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing actually.
Mm.
Because I like wearing shorts and t-shirt, but a bunny suit is less clothing, so that means you get less hot.
Yeah?
Yes. Bunny suit best fit.
I'm in a cold area. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I could still wear a bunny suit. I don't know if I could wear it all
68
day.
right now for some unknown reason.
That's kind of nice. That's not bad.
No, it's actually not bad. I wonder how high it's gonna get today. I hope it hits 100.
You hope it hits 100.
Yes.
Why?
You're crazy.
I lied. It's 73 degrees outside.
Why do you want it to go up to 100? That sounds awful.
So I can go swimming.
Why don't you just
It's
go
gonna be
swimming?
98
Swimming
today.
right now.
Because it's cold.
Oh my
73. Where the fuck do you live?
In a
And
desert.
how much humidity
in
does it have?
Arizona.
Not beating the Sand Raider allegation by calling it cold.
Supposed to be sub 40 tonight. Who the fuck hopes for 100? They hope for climate change. The weather for me was less so temperature yesterday, and more so that we had fucking
It's
crazy
cold weather.
strong winds all day, and I could just hear fucking twigs hitting the house all day. I was hearing it during the nap. I was just... stuff was thumping against the walls, and it was like, ugh. It's gonna be 83 today.
nice and warm and toasty.
73F, there is no snow. You have no right to call yourself cold, Jewel.
I am so cold right now. I'm not gonna lie.
They have
I don't
every
like
right to
it.
call themselves cold north. Because humans adapt. If you live in, Canada, Alaska, and you see snow many months a year, you're adapted to cold.
think
And you
that's
can
just
get
fine.
cold still, but your body is used to that. You take somebody from, like, the equator and put them in 50 Fahrenheit, and they're fucking shivering.
Dude, I shiver when I go into 70 Fahrenheit.
That's a little much, but...
I think I might have an iron deficiency problem.
Oh.
I
Gonna
get
be
cold
83 today,
very
I'd go swimming in
easily.
that, but the pool be closed. If I liked swimming, I would go swimming in 80. 80 is when it's like starting to be hot to me. That's when I start to be uncomfortable. I also still need to get my son a flotation thing, but I have no clue what to get a 2.5-year-old. Games. I didn't finish talking about games.
Oh,
Did you see the game Everwind full?
no.
So
I
Everwind,
just had a major lag spike.
Everwind kind of looks like a Minecraft-like game. Like, it's literally, the Minecraft blocks layout. They showed a video of a guy building a boat, and then building, like, steam engines and burners on it, and it becomes like a sky ship. And it looks really, really cool. And then it was like Everwind. And then I forget the studio, but it was like by this studio, which is the studio that did Arma 3. And it was like, hang on, wait. The guys that did Arma are making this? What the fuck? And so that in and of itself is just like piques my interest. It does look like a good game, but just the developer behind it makes it so interesting. And then there was also a game called Tomo Endless Blue, which I want to see the story of, but we didn't really see any gameplay. And then the last thing in my notes, we saw a game yesterday called Saphira. I don't remember anything about this game, but I remember the title. And then I played Tales of Vesperia with Cairo and Eris, and we had an item named Saphira. And at the time I was looking at it being like, where did we get that? I remember this, but I don't remember. And then going through my game trailers today, I was like, oh, that's why it was fucking with me. Okay, this was fun. I go to sleep now, young comfy. Good night, Trog. Mwah, sleep well. I gotta go back to Dingo's message because Chatterino disconnected. What temperature would you just wear a swimsuit and sit by the pool? Ooh.
100.
I don't like to be outside, so I don't know if there's a temperature that's for that. First one, I went overkill and got a life jacket. 90 Fahrenheit. You feel the rays of the sun in 73F. Surfaces get warm to the touch in that weather. You're medically in trouble if you are cold in an environment where ice and snow has no hope of ever lasting in that kind of weather. 100. Okay, this is fun. I go to sleep. 90 night shock. We're at 2.2 miles.
100 degrees.
I hate. So I've been in 100-degree weather a few times. That was when I lived in Colorado when I was 6 to 8 years old. So
I
like,
think they have more humidity than I do. Just so you know.
huh?
Because I live in a dry heat state.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have humidity. So if I go somewhere, like, I've been to Texas during the summer, I died.
Yeah.
It was so humid to me.
In Colorado, they don't have much humidity. And so it
Okay.
was a very dry heat in Colorado when I had 100-degree weather. In Texas, I remember it getting up to the 90s. I don't remember if it got up to hundreds when I was there. I mean, I'm surely it did, because I lived there for 8 years. But yeah, it's pretty decently humid in Texas. You open the door to go outside, and it's literally like opening the oven where it just assaults you. It's above 100 with high humidity in Missouri, Lamau? Does it? I've been like fucking Bing chilling in the basement here.
Yes.
So, I remember getting hot all the fucking time when I lived upstairs. I lived upstairs for 5 years. Then I moved to Texas for 8 years. Since coming back, the 3 years I've been here, I've been in the basement, and like even on the hottest days, it's really nice down here. Actual recluse, bro. Yeah. Hee hee. People adapt to temperatures. Even as a Nordic man, I was in Oz for an extended stay. I started wearing a hoodie at 20°C. It gets above 100 with high humidity in Missouri Lamont. Arizona's 100 is like Texas 80. Ooh. Actual recluse, bro. We get 110 heat index. Good lord, do we?
I can't wait for when it hits 115.
Why? Why do you want that?
Because then I'll stay inside that day.
You're gonna explode if you step outside this summer? I've never done well with heat. Now I can't deal with the fucking cold. It's just nicer inside.
I'm not gonna lie, I stay majority of my time inside. But when I go swimming, I'll be out in the pool for like 8 hours straight. That's what I
Julie,
did
you're
last summer.
inside now. North does have a point there. With the whole,
I am inside.
I hope it gets 115 so I can go inside. You're inside now.
Well, I don't have my air conditioning on right now.
Hmm.
Or even the ceiling fans. Like, everything's off at the moment.
Oldland can't handle cold anymore. I used to love the cold. And I still kind of do. I love the aesthetic of snow. But, like, when it gets to the 50s, I'm fucking bundling up.
I'm bundled up right now.
I'm wearing a hoodie inside right now. But I'm not like, oh man, if I take my socks off, I die. As soon as I end stream, the socks come off.
I hate socks.
I hate having socks on. I take them off if I can.
I like being my toes be free from the feet prisons.
Yolan, can you feel thunderstorms coming in your aching knees yet? Okay, buddy. I like the cold, but not in freaking April. I used to really like the cold. I'll forever love cold aesthetic. Like anytime there's a video game that has like a snow zone, that's typically my favorite. Exception to Wilds, because the snow zone there is like harsh ice and it's inside. So you didn't get the super picturesque like trees covered in snow. Hi Kyle, good morning. But like,
Or like cold clothing with all the fur on it and stuff.
yeah. When it comes to clothing, I think I like desert/beach aesthetics. I really like
Yes.
loose-fitting, flowy clothes.
Yes.
Eland, I have a question.
And booty shorts.
Booty shorts are great. I have an answer,
They're
Yuki.
great. They're amazing.
You need to go for a walk outside. It's different out there now. It's all wet outside right now. I love every
The
aspect of the
sun's out
cold
right
and the
now.
snow. From the aesthetically pleasing powdered snow to the mushy wet slush covered in dirt. I hate when snow gets mushy. It's been 631 days since you felt the sun. That's not true. Sometimes I've had to go to the store when the sun is still out, okay? Normally I go out at 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. and the sun isn't out yet. But sometimes I've had to go to different times. Like last month I had to go to the pharmacy. So I had to go between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. and the sun was still out. So that's not true, Ants, and I can prove it. Shooty borts. If someone writes a full-on application about being a GF, regularly updates it, and does it in semi-serious way, is that considered an autistic trait?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no, but I will say
Oh.
it's cringe. You also walked your dog outside of it? That is true. When I was watching the dog, I had to go outside in the sun a bit. Despite the cold, I persist. As a liberating feeling. I tell that to my friend.
I'll say this, the only problem with the summer is the concrete gets really hot, and I have pugs, so they just get 2 times hotter.
So like our walks are cut in half, so I have to walk them more often because of it.
7:30 is the sprint day, right? No. I'll also say no because maybe it's a way to self-reflect. If you're writing them and not sending them, sure. Maybe that is, you know, a thing, but like I could somebody finding some self-reflection or just, you know, getting it out of their system by doing that. If they're sending these girlfriend applications and updating them, that's like, that's not how this works. Unless, you know, it works for the person they're sending them to. Because, you know, the only people whose opinions matter in a relationship is the two people in the relationship.
Was that
As
Winton?
long as it's not illegal.
Yeah, sorry.
If you're sending them, I think it would be funny at first. But people are right to call you weird unless you know they want that.
Oh. Cats.
Self-reflect
You look like my cat,
on
Millie.
D's.
Meow.
Then it's funny. She's sending it as a joke when she's already in the relationship. Ah, I see. Writing PowerPoints or applications like that,
My cat sits like that all the time.
I can see it going both ways, right? For some people, it's, you know,
Oh, no.
funny.
And that's not my cat.
But then, like,
Yeah.
um,
There. Now it's not creepy anymore.
for other people, it's like, I would say it's just a TISM trait. I remember this one story of a guy who, it was this girl. She was cooking, and her boyfriend kept writing PowerPoint things on why she needed to cook better. And, like, this just seemed like such a stupid thing. And, like, he thought he was hilarious. Obviously, she wasn't laughing. And he kept doing it. And it was like, how can you be so fucking oblivious to one, the person you're doing this for is not laughing? And two, just, like, have a conversation with them? I think maybe it came from he was wanting, like, actual change from this. It wasn't, like, a joke girlfriend application that's, like, doesn't mean anything and you don't want them to answer. Whereas, like, this guy was doing these PowerPoints for how to improve your cooking, actually wanting her to improve her cooking. They broke up. If I remember the story correctly, he did a PowerPoint on, like, 12 things she could do to improve her cooking. She said, "You don't even know how to cook, get the fuck out of here." She then made a PowerPoint on why you're a shitty boyfriend and I'm breaking up with you. But she didn't do anything with it. He did the PowerPoint again. This is your daily reminder that Nergigante has toe beans. He did a second PowerPoint on, you know, things she could do to improve her cooking. And she busted out the, you suck and I'm breaking up with you PowerPoint. We're gonna turn this down just a little. And then, yeah, I got distracted there because the video changed. He busts out the second, your cooking sucks. She busts out the, I'm breaking up with you and you're moving out of my house tonight PowerPoint. And he's like, this isn't funny. And she's like, what? No, it's hilarious. You like PowerPoint jokes that are serious? I like PowerPoint jokes that are serious. Get out of my house. Hi, Denny's Grand Slam. Alright. Where was I? And it's funny, that feels like context we needed immediately, Lamau. I kind of agree. But it's funny to leave the context out. I don't care how funny it is. I'd be upset to receive an app from people already not single. This is your daily reminder that Nergigante. I say that to distract from the fact I threw up. Oh no, Ty. Hi, hun. Op or Valorless. Hope you feel better. Is this loud to you guys? I can't tell if this is loud or not for me. As my morning coffee 12 hours later, but I'm happy. How are you doing, Yulin? I'm good. Jewel, did you have fun on Repo on Wednesday? I'll be okay, but man, I was looking forward to that food on my way to hit that hill. It's loud. Turn it down again.
They killed so many people. I think.
You and Chewie were
No.
fucking menaces.
I died a lot.
You died a lot, but we had the head bounce mod, so that was not stopping you.
Binga 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 boing.
Yes, way too danko, yeah. Speaking of throw up, I'm gonna go get breakfast and cry into my coffee at a diner. No, so loud I can't feel. I can feel it. I can't hear myself. That's better, much better. I hope it wasn't that loud for you two. This is Deep Hole. It's a zone in Cataclysm. This was my least favorite zone when Cata came out. After making the video here, I'm like, you know, I kind of like this zone. I like how mystical it feels with the rocks just floating everywhere. Oh, it was so loud, haha. I see. Hi, Nick. Someone made a mess in the air. You're a deep hole. Wow. I do kind of want one of those things, North Prince. One of those throne things. I technically have one, but it's not a good one. It doesn't have the bendiness. I need one that's like super, super bendy. That can go around the curves. Damn, that's a deep asshole. Head pat. I stream up enough to hear you over combat sounds in 14? I'll show you, Bendy. Oh my goodness. Where the heck is the path you're supposed to be following, Lamau? What do you mean? It's right there. We're in this canyon. We're at the bottom. We're walking right through it.
I have an Overwatch addiction.
Yeah? What steps are you
Yeah,
taking to correct
dang it.
this?
Well, none, because last night I decided that instead of going to bed at the normal time I usually do to keep my sleep schedule, I stayed up until 1 a.m. playing competitive Overwatch and wanted to hit my head against a wall.
Huh.
I hate Doomfist players, that's all I gotta say.
I think Ewan made their own path. There's not that obvious of a walking path that I'm on right now. There's kind of this ring trench that goes around the zone. And I follow it for a bit here. Oi, not my boy Doomfist. He's a good boy. He's literally a villain, actually.
He's a villain! He's bad! He's evil! He's like a head of the organization!
Is he the head?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he's in charge. He usually yells at Malga and everyone else to get their business done.
I thought he was like one of the 5 leaders, and there was 5 leaders that made up Blackwatch or something.
Surprised. So you got Doomfist, you got Sombra, you got Reaper, you got Widowmaker,
Mm-hmm.
you got used to be Baptiste, but you know he flipped to the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Malga.
Mm. And you never loved the villains in video games? Oh, I've loved them. They're still evil and bad. Nope. He's ahead of the board in I'm stronger than you kind of thing. Look at me in my eyes and tell me the
Yeah.
name Doomfist. Shouts good guy. His name is quite literally Doomfist. Like that silly Gallywix
Literally,
opening
the
cutscene
other-
with all the combos falling in line.
The other Vietnam thing, Vietnam flashback I hear from Doomfist is the line "Try me, try me, try me, try me." I want to slam my head against the wall so bad when I hear it.
The line we were talking about with PTSD was from Tales yesterday. Because there's a
God.
character, the mage character, who she has a really strong spell called Tidal Wave, which basically covers the entire fighting room in water and spins it, and it takes damage. Hi, Noodles. Well, it's a long cast. It's like a 10-second cast, but if you overlimit, it goes out instantly. And so you overlimit and you spam Tidal Wave. And it does so many hits and permanently stuns the enemy and racks up such a high combo that you get your overlimit back before that overlimit runs out. So what happens with Rita is you get to a point in the game where you just go, overlimit, blah blah blah, Tidal Wave, blah blah blah, Tidal Wave, blah blah blah, Tidal Wave. And it's just that blah 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 Tidal Wave line over and over and over if you choose to do that strat. And it's very strong and effective, but my god is it mind-numbing. And they say, I miss my wife, Tails. You don't remember the Overwatch trailer where a fucking 10-year-old used Doomfist from an exhibit to stop Talon? Then they just never did anything with that? They did do something with that. What do you mean? He later gets the Doomfist back.
It fell apart at the end of the trailer, though.
No, it didn't. They literally, its fingers are going in weird directions because it's an empty glove. But they literally put it back on the exhibit.
I remember.
And then Widowmaker grapples away, and Reaper grabs her ankle and they swing out, and Winston chases them. And Tracer picks it up and goes, you know, the world could always use more heroes. And then she blinks up onto the roof and chases them. Hi, Space Fish. Welcome, welcome, welcome. EP, wake up. Beach day tomorrow. Oh my god, hi, Noodles Bowl. Hi. Winton. Because Metzen left and the lead
All I'm
writer at the
saying
time.
is that
Had hate boner for anything Metzen wrote for the basis. Oh, god. Ants. Do you want to play Path of Exile today? Before Friday stuff? My favorite Overwatch trailer is the edit of the Heroes one, where Literal Girl says to 76, you're one of those heroes, aren't you? I know, fans. And he goes, not anymore, and throws a grenade at her. God, I've seen that one. My favorite Overwatch is just the Reinhardt one. I really like the Reinhardt one with, where Reinhardt's just such an asshole. And then his mentor gives him the bloody coin. And he goes, live with honor. And Reinhardt, who's just been, like, saying this catchphrase over and over. And he just holds it and he goes, die with glory. And, like, you just see him understanding it. You just see it hitting him like, oh god, this thing I've been saying over and over, I get it now. This fucking sucks. Oh, Monaco 2 is out. Was this in your trailers? Not yesterday, but last week it was. Last week we saw a trailer for Monaco 2. That writer left Blizzard with less lore and had to start despite having more characters because of the sheer amount that writer retconned. Reinhardt. We can play PoE today, yeah? I made a new character last night. I also made a new character last night. I'm the fucking worst. I keep getting to like 15-ish and being like, I don't want to play this class and remaking. I'm about to watch some gameplay. Full Metal's so goddamn fluffy. Did PoE reset or can I still level my character I have? You can level your character, Ty. It is on a standard server. It is not on the new seasonal server. I don't know why you'd want to use that same character. Seasonal resets are like the greatest thing to me. And anytime somebody's like, I'm sticking with my old one, I'm like, but why? All the new stuff. You're not playing with the people that were hacking or playing 10 hours a day for 4 months. Are we talking PoE 2 or the free one? PoE 2. I actually only agree in games like this. With an ARPG where you can get your shit up real fast, and it changes the leveling process. I like seasonal resets that happen like every 3 to 4 months. With MMOs, I like a reset on expansions like every 2 to 3 years. Yep, it feels different to level again. It has to feel different to level again. If they're doing nothing to the leveling experience, or it's like, it's not just super fucking fast, then it's miserable, and you fucked up. You need to change the leveling experience in some way. And you can do that by just making it go real fast. You can do that by putting, like, a different leveling mode, like an adventure mode. I personally don't think the PoE 2 leveling experience is that different, but it's early access, and they are still fleshing out the game, right? I want them building out the leveling experience more than trying to play it like a normal season, because early access. Having to make a new character each time an update is made doesn't sound fun at all. North Prince, you're someone I love dearly, but I find myself just disagreeing with almost every video game take you have. It's... in an ARPG, where they have massive, like, changes to, like, the late game balancing, the end game grind, it feels weird to want to go in with, like, oh, I've got this character with this build, I'll farm for 2 hours to get an item, or just buy it outright because I have just tons and tons of currency and resources from last season. And, you know, I change one item, my build is stronger, and I can push a little bit further, and season's done. To me, that's the same as, like, you've got a Terraria world, and they add a new boss and new weapon type. And so, like, instead of going through the game with this new weapon type to see how it progresses through the game, you just kill the one new boss. It's not even like an endgame boss. It's like a level 40 boss and you're level 60. To me, keeping the same character in an ARPG season like that just... I don't get it. Because the fun... remember, the fun of the game is playing the game. The leveling experience should be fun. If you have a game where the leveling experience is not fun, where it's like the end game is the only thing that matters, that is a fault against the game. Because I never finished the game and I would like to play it to its fullest and not start over. Oop, having to make a new character each time an update is made doesn't sound fun at all. Yep, it feels different to level again. I have 2 characters and leveling both of them is nice because they feed into each other. Also, damn it, I just realized tomorrow is beach day. Watch me sleep through it again. Yeah, I agree with you. North Prince, you don't have to. You can play the same old thing you were doing and play alone. North Prince, I mean this in the nicest way possible. What games do you actually like? Curious about your taste. I would agree to this if you got something on a character that you couldn't get again. Especially if it was a cosmetic. Typically, cosmetics in games like this are account-wide. IBRB, that's my perspective on it, yeah. Seasons in PoE or Diablo also give you an excuse to do new builds, which is why I like it. Hi, Baldir. Oi, everyone. Is that Ellie to the left of Ewan? The big furry cutie, full metal cutie? To the left of me is Frost Hero. To the right of me is Full Metal. And then we have Jewel and Kyle as the gremlins in front. And also, just hearing the same thing every single time you make a new character. Hi, Baldir.
I can even be more of a gremlin. Just wait. Just you wait. Give me like 4
Well, I
seconds.
thought I nailed it by the shoes.
Oh, God.
God, this is my least favorite avatar of yours.
What the heck is this?
I have fun with, like... So let's say Diablo. I have fun, like, innovating and trying builds.
Beautiful.
And I like to see, you know, at what points they turn on, when they, you know, work, when they run into trouble. So going through the leveling experience with the same build over and over isn't the worst thing for me, but I also more enjoy finding a new build and trying it out, right? And, like, so Frenzy Barb was something really fun for me, and I tried going through the game quite a few times with playing Frenzy Barbarian in Diablo 3. And it's fun trying something out, you know, getting an idea. Like, let's say you play Season 1, and you're like, oh, Every witch I see plays skeletons and arsonists. But I think Dark Effigy would be really cool. I bet I could get a Dark Effigy build going. And then next season, you try that, right? You've seen all the pieces for it, but you haven't been building for it. Next season, they get a full reset. You push Dark Effigy, and it works, or it doesn't. Trying new stuff is very fun to me. That being said, the biggest appeal of a reset for me. Keep telling yourself that, Mr. Critjaw Greatsword. Oh my goodness. Technically, I feel like I'm trying to get Critjaw Greatsword to work because it's a not standard thing. And it works, but you know, Monster Hunter's a little different. Fuck you, Cairo. With the biggest appeal for me with Diablo resets, or seasonal resets, is that, like, you know, when a season comes out, I'll typically play for a month, maybe 2. But a season will be out for 4 to 5 months. There are people that were playing more than me when the season first came out that never stopped playing. And so, like, let's say Diablo 3 had a season 24, and I pushed to Greater Rift 90. And I was Paragon rank 500. Well, they never stopped. They're Paragon rank 1,200 and pushed to Greater Rift 130. They're 40 Greater Rifts higher than me. I can't even set foot in that. And then, you know, their Paragon level is just leagues ahead of mine. Well, I'm never gonna play with them. If there's a new season, and then, like, we both start playing again, they're gonna have all the resources and mats to immediately get whatever item came out with the new season that affects their build. They're gonna do Greater Rift 135 now instead of 130. They're gonna bump up, you know, 5 Greater Rifts of power. I'm not gonna have the resources immediately get what I want. So I have to farm and not do, like, the main push content. And then I'm gonna do it, let's say I get to 95, let's say I get to 100. But, like, we're not playing together. Right from the start, we're not playing together. Whereas if there's a seasonal reset, we can level together. We can do the farm content together. We can push Greater Rifts together. And then I'll probably lose interest before them and stop playing. And stop pushing around 100, 105. And they will keep playing and go to 135, 140. But we get that time of reset where we are on the same level, and that's important to me. I fucking hate not having a reset and having friends just, oh, because they've been playing this whole time, I will never be on the same level as them. It has that feeling of, if you weren't playing, you're behind and you're never gonna catch up. The crazy thing is,
like gamer FOMO.
Kind of. It's the opposite of, like, it's the opposite of FOMO. Because it's like, we're not on the same playing field, I can't catch up, why even bother? Why even play? I like trying new stuff. Keep telling yourself that, Mr. Kachagri Sulamo. Happy Kairos here, so I don't have to point stuff out. Okay, just another low tier Andy, then hi, Baldir. When Yulin says I keep hearing Quickjaw Greatsword, does anyone else hear that? Or is that just me? Mostly single player games because I never grew up with good internet until I was 22. So Fallout, Bioshock, Skyrim, Project Zomboid, Custom Robo Arena, Zelda Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Ninja, Metal Gear, etc. And Rocksmith 2014. Yo, Mark the Ninja was sick. It's not FOMO, it's forced addiction and account ruining. With... Oops, you missed the event. Or used a random resource. Wrong, you'll always be behind. Yulin question. Go ahead, Noodles. To me, it's... And there's probably a term for it, but it's like reverse FOMO. Where, if there's not a reset, I don't want to bother coming back. With World of Warcraft, I have missed the current raid. It's been out for 2 months, and I just didn't play WoW at all. So when the third raid comes out, I'm probably gonna miss that one too. I'm already so far behind in gear. My item level is like 620. And all of my friends are probably like 660 now. So I'm behind going into the next raid. And it's going to be really difficult for me to catch up without investing like just 50 hours of raw grinding Mythic Plus dungeons, which I fucking hate. Do I make coffee or skip caffeine? Skip. Hi, Icy Fire. Only item level 620. Yes. It's not a scale of 0 to, 700. It's a scale of 600 to 680 right now. So in that regard, I'm very, very low. And so when the next expansion comes out, I'm gonna get into it. The next expansion comes out for WoW, everybody's gonna get a reset, and I'm gonna have a fucking blast. I'm gonna be right there with everybody instead of feeling behind. We've got Icy Fire here, so we gotta do the thing. This is me with Season of Discovery right now. There's just too much new stuff for me to get used to. Also, no friends play it. Kind of the same ball here. I think I like Season of Discovery more than Retail WoW. Except for the cosmetics and stuff, I prefer that on Retail. I would love Classic Plus, where every class and spec is viable, and we have nice things like transmogging right away. That would be the fucking dream for me. But with Season of Discovery, they just had like Season 9 or Season 11. And it's like, I don't care. I'm starting from scratch and 0, so I'm so far behind, why bother? Holidays. Barbershop Quartet Day. International Louie Louie Day. National Cheese Fondue Day. National Dive Bar Day. I've never had cheese fondue. I'm pretty sure I'd love it. National 8-Track Tape Day. National Pet Day, National Poutine Day, National Ranch Water Day, Poet and a Cupcake Day. Fucking what? Submarine Day and World Parkinson's Disease Day. I think Poutine Day wins. I think Poutine Day wins.
What is ranch water?
I have no idea. Somebody look up ranch water, please. Do the thing. I think I like Sod more than Classic right now. I can guarantee you I wouldn't like Classic. Classic is like, my friends could make it fun. Anson, Micaiah, and Cairo were playing it for a bit. Azu as well. And if I really dug into Classic then, I would have had fun. But I would prefer Retail. I would definitely prefer Season of Discovery. New expansions are always amazing. It's like a month-long friend reunion. Exactly. Yuki Saturday. Blush, do the thing, Shiro. We love our Canadians. Poutine wins. Poutine Day does objectively win. It's a drink. Ranch water is booze? Oh. It's water but ranch. Tequila and sparkling water with lime juice? Oh. I still think Poutine Day wins, but they're good. I like resets. I like it when your character.
How much I hate Roadhogs.
Red what?
Roadhogs. I hate Roadhog players.
Oh.
They can die in a hole.
Gotcha. I like it when you keep optional things, right? When your character keeps, cosmetics unlocked, story progress of past things unlocked, things that are like cool to unlock. So like in World of Warcraft, an expansion comes out, you can absolutely make a fresh character and play that and be on the same level as everybody. But you're going to be missing a lot of like past stuff. You're going to be missing a lot of cosmetics. Like if I make a shaman, I'm not going to have the Legion shaman artifact stuff unlocked unless I've unlocked that stuff on a past shaman. If I play a new class then, I'm missing cool things from the past. But like for actually playing with people, I'm on the same page, and I very much like that reset. That reset gets me into games. I've had this conversation so many times with Core. because she has not played many ARPGs in the past. We got her into Diablo 3 for 1 season. And then there was a new season coming out, and I was like, let's level again. And she was like, what? Level again? But we have our old characters. And I was like, yeah, but they're on non-seasonal servers now. We want the new season stuff, so we gotta make new characters. And she was thinking of in Destiny 2 terms, right? New stuff comes out on Destiny. You do that stuff with your Destiny character. And starting over was very much like, fucking what? Why? Tequila soda is crazy. I understand, and I feel like I'm arguing uphill, being like, no, it's good to lose everything you worked for. It's good to start over every 3 months. The biggest thing I can say is, the leveling process should be fun. If it's not fun, it's a fault of the game. I think in Path of Exile 2, Diablo 3, Last Epoch, maybe not as much Last Epoch. Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 3, I would say the leveling process is fun. Last Epoch, their leveling process right now needs some work, although I think they are working on that in this new update. So maybe I should call that, a good reset process. Diablo 4 was, I hated the level up process there. But again, I played it in Season 1 and Season 0. Maybe it's better. Fuck Diablo anyway. Tequila soda? No thanks, give me the Tequila Gundam. I can't wait to play the same 3 hours with enemies. Already fought every time. One new thing is added. That doesn't make sense, North Prince. Because you're going to be doing that anyway. It's not like you get to the end game, and the end game grind has completely new, non-repetitive stuff anyway. In games like this, like, you level up, you're gonna fight zombies. You get to Act 1... Cruel mode, you're fighting the same zombies scaled up. You get to endgame, the maps, the portals, the things like that. You're fighting those same zombies with modifiers now. And there's going to be variations of them. Like this one has fire shooting out of them that you need to dodge while fighting. If you are not enjoying fighting zombies, then, this just isn't a game for you. But, when you say, I can't wait to play the same 3 hours with enemies I already fought every time, one new thing is added, you are putting it in, story game terms. You are thinking of, Metal Gear Solid, where it's like, I'm gonna do this very special mission that has very special conditions that are unique. And if I did this mission, over and over and over, I'd get bored. But that's not the way this game works. Man, I should not speak. Diablo 4 is better, though getting to max Paragon levels takes a long time. I back from shower. Welcome back.
I think in Diablo, part of the, satisfactory part is also building out your character.
Mm-hmm.
When you get, your character built and you're like, yes, it's done. Okay, now to wait for the next season.
Mm-hmm. It's very much like... You're going to be doing the same thing over and over in ARPGs. But as you gear up, as you get small increases here, a big increase from this unique, you fight the same challenge, and it goes differently. You like to see that progress, that incremental, I am getting stronger. It's the Twitch name, but with a Z on the end. Thanks to you, I learned about Marathon, and I am now hyped for it. Hell yeah. The one I was most hyped for from yesterday was Everwind. Everwind was the coolest one to me. Want to answer because I'm the same. Nealon says it's fun to level in PoE. It triggers my PoE campaign's PTSD. I think of Diablo 3, where you had the campaign. You had the 5 acts that if you wanted to go through, you could go through. And I could see a really, dedicated Diablo player, somebody who only plays that. They level that way every time. But at a certain point they added adventure mode, which was just like, go do random quests throughout the game and earn rewards. And then they also added rifts, where if you just wanted to, have an instance of densely packed mobs, level with rifts. Diablo 3 had like 3 or 4 ways to level. And realistically, what most people did was wait for a friend to get to high level to just carry them through leveling in like 10 minutes. There was different ways to level, so you had variation. You had variety, right? My PTSD is all personality based. Diablo 3, after 10 years and 30 fucking seasons, had variety in leveling, and you could do it however you wanted. Last Epoch and Path of Exile, they're kinda... They have the one thing, but they are adding things to make it different. But both of them are incomplete. Diablo 4, I don't know how the leveling is. I played Season 0 and Season 1. And then Blizzard, pissed me off.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
I am doing... well enough for having a cold. But that goes in VR and thought,
Yeah. My dad still levels in D3 through the campaign every season?
Hello.
That's crazy. I'll do the campaign, like, when I was playing Diablo 3 a lot, I'll do it, like, every 5th time. So, like, I'll do it, maybe once every 2 to 3 years, because I'm not playing every season in Diablo. I am not even playing Diablo 3 at all anymore. But I've leveled through the campaign, like, 4 times, and the moment they added adventure mode, that's been like, okay, this is my way to go, unless I haven't done the campaign in a long time. Marathon has Bingus Cat, so it's automatically peak. I love to the person who levels with campaign every time in D3. That'd be like me meeting Farisu. My PTSD. What an interesting conversation we would have. I'm gonna have to talk to Logitech's dad sometime. You say it's like meeting Farisu. I might actually be meeting her in like 3 weeks. I might actually be driving down to where she lives and staying with her and Oni and Eto for 3 days. I'm very nervous about it. I'm very, like, anxiety, just like, oh god, don't panic. But I'm trying to push myself.
wouldn't it be easier if you got someone else to push you?
No! No. No push me. I will freak out and assume the fetal position.
Okay, I won't be pushing right.
So many dress-up games. So many WoW discussions. It's gonna be a blast, Elon. I have no idea what games we'll actually be playing. Because the 3 of them play such fucking different games. Farisu likes Omega grindy MMOs. Maple Story, World of Warcraft, Warframe. Eto likes 2D Metroid games, playing them on randomizers, over and over and over. She's probably beat one of the Metroid games like 100 times, and all the others like 20 times. Oni likes old school JRPGs. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy. He also really likes the Mega Man games. So I'm like, are we going to be playing something together? Or what are we going to do? There's going to be, I imagine there's going to be a few movies. There'll be a lot of cuddling. I don't know what we're going to do to fill the time. I'm kind of just trying to not freak out leaving my house.
I mean, it sounds like Maple Story would be the crossover between all of those. 2D... 3D... but grindy MMO that's Mm-hmm. Also a retro RPG.
Mm-hmm. I have zero intention of playing MapleStory. Small hangouts are a good stepping stone to a slightly less small one, thingies. Part of the reason I'm going is also that it's in driving distance. I can get there in 5 hours driving. If like plane tickets are involved, I'm like, ooh. The other thing is that because it's driving, I can take a small treadmill and not pause streams for those days. I'm so addicted to streaming, I'm still going to stream the days I'm there. I don't know if I'll have VR. I might just have, you know, the small treadmill and be in desktop, and I might be in like a little, you know, Chow avatar with a walking animation. We will see. We will see. I gotta test some things before I go. The thing is, like, if I'm in VR, I have to bring my VR, right? I'm not gonna fucking sweat in one of their headsets. I don't even know... What?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Don't leave me. I'll be streaming the same times. I don't want to sweat in, like, their headsets. I also don't know what stuff they have. The thing that would stop me from just bringing my headset is what base stations do they have? Dude, it's your business, so I'll shut up. What do you mean? Oh yeah, your special Chow Abby? I've only seen once. I used it recently. Where did I use it? Oh, I used it on Shockrail stream. You trust Frisu? I do. I do. I also trust Eto and Oni, so... I think part of what has me so anxious is that I'm visiting 3 people and not just 1 person. I think if I was visiting 1 person, it'd be a bit easier. Do you trust me? No. Absolutely not. Good lord, no. Nope. Cries.
But do you trust yourself?
Yeah, I trust myself. Salute. No, I trust Ty because I very much trust a mutual friend of ours. With Ty themselves, I feel like I have yet to, like, really have that, like, that moment where we just stay up for hours talking and get real with each other. I feel like all I've seen from Ty is a lot of teasing. So it's like I haven't... What's the word? I don't want to say I haven't really connected with you, Ty. But at the same time, like, I'm not thinking of a better way to word it yet. Does that make sense?
Not deepen the connection, maybe?
Maybe. I've only seen the jokey, teasing exterior. Yes, because it's not the first time I've heard that. Why would you stream there? Take the 3 days off? And if you're worried about what to do, communicate it with them. Maybe make a plan. You do love those. Again, it's your choice to disregard my input. It doesn't make any sense. Your input doesn't make sense. Because I want to stream there. I've got a 630-day streak. I would love to keep that going. And quite frankly, the changes streaming has made in my life, it's the most important thing to me. Yeah, not streaming is not an option. Not streaming, taking breaks is okay. Well, like, just give me your stream key easy. Fuck no. I'll walk. taking breaks is... I don't want to do it, but I could. In September, I'm going to take a break. Unless I can somehow manage it. But in September, I'm flying out to California and spending 3 days there, I think, for my grandma's 90th birthday. And then 2 days after that is my grandfather's funeral. No September break either. If I can manage it. If I can manage it, I will stream on desktop in those days. Hi, Maru. But, like, if I can't, well, Grandma's 90th and the funeral are both more important than missing some days in stream. Are they more important to me than streaming? No. But taking 3 days off is, like, less important than those things. But, like... Streaming has been such a positive thing in my life that, like, I will, probably in a way that some people would describe as unhealthy, I will put a level of effort into maintaining the stream and streak that people would be like, that's a little weird, dude. You gotta be able to take a break. And I'm like, you don't understand. You were saying take a break from being happy. No, it's not an option. No September break either. The only break is a loophole.
Unless they're offering you a Kit Kat.
What is your voice activation threshold? Because I feel like it's cutting off half of your words.
It's actually quite low. A lot of voice filters just don't like my voice.
Oh no.
Let me just double check. It's not. Right, that's from 6% to 3%.
Okay. I mean, so everything you said just now was clear to me, but the thing you started with a moment ago, I didn't catch the first word. I'm like, I have no idea what he said.
Oh, just if people telling you to take a break might just be offering you a Kit Kat.
I fucking wish. Kit Kats are my favorite. I haven't had one in, like, I don't even know how many years. No, actually, I think I got them for Halloween discount. Not this last Halloween, but a Halloween before. So it's probably been close to 2 years. But Reese's Cups and Kit Kats are my favorite. Cairo, shut up. Cairo sent me a joke yesterday that we cannot discuss on this stream. Y'all better have a Kit Kat ready for Ewan when he visits. What I think is going to happen is that Eto is going to be doing a lot of fucking cooking of stuff that I like, and I'm going to be fucking spoiled rotten. Can we hear it after stream? What joke? We're talking about candies, Cairo. Kit Kats, Reese's Puffs, and what's on my mind is the joke that you showed me yesterday. Of course it was, Cairo. I have a feeling Cairo doesn't remember sending it. I have a feeling Cairo is fucking high. And it's one of those things that, tee hee hee, this sends me when I'm high, tee hee hee. Kit Kat tax. You have a video, Cairo. What's wrong with Snickers? A lot. A lot is wrong with Snickers. Cairo has more than one joke. Bro tried to say he was low-key smoking. It was so obvious. We're at 4.5 months. Hi, honey. Hi, hunt. Guys, it's Friday. You got through the week. It's party night. You did it. Good job. Snickers, Bleg. God, Cairo, I wanna pair the jokes so bad.
Made it through the week. Next, we've got to get through the strong.
Oh God. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Tonight is indeed party night. I'm crashing out.
You know, whoop whoop.
You're gonna what?
You gotta go whoop whoop.
Tonight isn't too much of a party night for me. I feel like it could be, but I feel like I'm so disconnected from Core that I need to see her on Fridays. You can snicker D's. Okay. Are they gonna have a fun night going through Organism again? Or I'm gonna have fun watching people go through it through the first time? Oh, that's if we're doing it. I don't know if we're doing it. We might show up and Core's just like, yeah, I didn't plan that at all. You better show up at post Mahjong hangout.
I hope not.
I will try. It's one of those things, Kyle, where it's Core stream, not mine. And I think I can have a great idea and make it easy to set up and push it. But if she's not feeling it, she's not gonna do it, right? Same thing for a lot of people. I very much consider myself an idea guy, and I will think of something for a stream and be like, you should do this, you should do that. And it's like, not what they want, and so it doesn't happen, right? And I can think it's a great idea, and why aren't they doing it? But it's their stream. I definitely understand that streaming, and then people give me ideas, right? When people are like, you should do a video of this, I'm like, why? I love Dingo Bingo. But Farming Simulator walking videos, I don't see the appeal. And so I'm definitely on the other side with other people, right? Where I'm like, Core, do this. And she's just like, yeah, and I don't really want to. But to be honest, I'm gonna send out some unfriend requests if certain people don't show up. I literally can just walk outside for that. Wow, it's fucking dirt. Hi, honey. Hi, Noodles. Whoa, you don't get to say hi, honey, to Huntera. That's my thing. What the fuck, Noodles?
How did
Yoink.
it feel, Noodles? He did it to me too.
Icy Fire. Time Noodles out for 10 minutes. Mine now, bully. I'll rat you out. You're lucky Icy Fire is working right now,
How far away from you I
and
am.
he can't ban you. You're so lucky. Come on, Icy, you heard the Moogle 10 minutes. Alright. I'll rat you out. Hi, Ellie. Hello, my friends in Newland. You're lucky, Noodles. Oh shit. It probably says that I did it. Hi, Oompy. That's fucked up. Ellie, hope you're doing okay.
What the fuck is Oomphy? I have seen that term pop up.
Comfy mutual, comfy
the
friend.
internet. Ah, alright. It just, I started seeing it so much more often,
Mm.
and I was like, I have fucking clue what that means.
A fellow
Literally one of
wolf.
my followers? Oh, I see. Ellie, hope you're
That's
doing
the
good.
cost
Hi,
the
ants.
Mages paid when they run out of spell power.
Ellie, Kyle, North Prince, literally oomp. One of my followers. Kids have forgotten how to Google. Hey, Ellie. They will see something 599x and just go get, what's that, I wonder. I had that, so one thing I learned about this with ants is that sometimes people just like talking to people over this stuff, right? Like, you could go to Google and look something up, or you could ask your friend, especially if they're a know-it-all that likes answering stuff. It becomes easy to ask that person stuff. Back in, my WoW guild and Star Wars Guild Republic guild, I had a friend that would just always ask me stuff. Just constantly just, you know, this exists in WoW, ask it. This exists in WoW, ask Yulin. Learn about this thing in WoW, ask Yulin. And one of our friends got mad at him. They're like, dude, just look stuff up. You always ask him. And the person was like, why? He knows. And he's gonna answer faster than me looking it up. And it was like, I mean, I guess so. I'm older than you, by how much? Anyone younger than me is child 2 years. Hey, Yulin, why does boy smell? Because sweaty from treadmill. Bruh, people will answer you faster.
No, a boy smells because they have a nose.
Okay. Okay. People will answer you faster. I know so many people who just sit there wondering for months or years. Yeah. I'm the opposite. I have this weird pride thing with knowing things, and if I don't know something, I feel like I'm messing up. So I avoid asking people stuff. If I don't know something, I'll try to look it up, and if I'm not getting much result looking up, I will sit there and wonder for years without just asking. It makes it really fucking bad for asking for help with things. Halen, why sky blue? Something light refraction, something about the lowest frequency or something, I don't remember. Before asking anyone, that's when I crash out. Boy smells because stinky. I can find it out on my own. So if I'm not in a conversation, then I'll look it up. I have the expanse of human knowledge in my pocket. Are we at Princess Therazane yet? No. Are we even at the dwarves yet? Oh my god. This video is like an hour and 40 minutes long, and we were at 3.5 when we started it. So I don't think we're even halfway. I guess I need to make sure it is marine biology questions only. You. I hate this dude. I love knowing. I like knowing. I like being the knowledgeable one. I like being the fucking know-it-all that people ask stuff of. I kind of like being treated as an authority on a topic. Where it's like, this person said this. Well, Yulin said something else. Well, Yulin's probably right, because they're always right. Let's look it up. Oh, yes, Yulin was right. I admit I have some, like, selfish, like, pride and vindication and validation through that moment. That scenario is just like, oh, yes, I'm so smart and educated. Oh. And it's a little fucking stupid. Love you, mother. I think it's a point of pride. And, yeah, it makes you seem younger because you know things that are going on being said in the world. Yulin narcissist. Never do that voice again. What's that, Jewel? You said you had to go.
I gotta go.
Play
I
space
gotta
up
walk
here.
the doggers.
Play space up here.
Can Pigman even play space?
I don't know.
I don't know. I never tried.
I guess desktop just can't. Fucking
No.
get
Does
bigger
the
then.
Avatar have go-go logo?
Get bigger.
Just get bigger.
I got bigger. Is this big enough?
It is, but you're not close enough for head pats. Rat
Does
stock
this world have
throws the blue pigment. Love you,
I
Jewel.
was gonna say, is
Bye.
this world one where you can pick people up?
There's a few worlds like
Yeah,
that.
Just literally just pick them up to you.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe you threw that official Pikmin vape pen like that.
Never do voice again. My point of pride is telling people the truth, and for some reason people are always surprised when they don't believe me and it turns out what I said was the truth. Oh.
You can take your Millennium Eye and get the fuck out of here.
You're telling the truth?
Remember that
Yes, I
fucking-
do that quite often, yet people always seem surprised. I don't sound like that guy. Axie, you don't sound like that at all. I just want to do that voice because Kyle told me to not do that voice, and I will always do something that people tell me not to do. It's Leviosa. What does Haxie sound like? My point of pride is telling people the truth, and for some reason people are always surprised when they don't believe me, and it turns out what I said was the truth. Oi, I don't sound like that cunt. I said a few words wrong there, but
Bro, what?
I think I got some of the
Why
inflections
are you
right.
making them sound like a Southern Belle?
Southern Belle? What? That wasn't Southern Belle at all. Huh?
I swear to God, I could hear you. I could, in my mind's eye, like hear you say, "I do declare."
Southern Belle would be like, my point of pride is telling people the truth. And for some reason,
That's
people
not
are
far off
always...
from what you were doing.
What?
It was the same tone you used.
I see that as very different. Haxie, British, unfortunate. Sounds like a weeping bell. I always tell the truth to Cairo, and he thinks I'm a gaslighter. To Cairo. Sounds like a Liberty Bell. I fall, dear. One of my favorite things with Weepin' Bell is the fucking Game Grumps Pokemon playthrough. They're playing Fire Red. And Danny Sexbang sees a Weepin' Bell for the first time. He's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that thing? It's a Weepin' Bell, dude. Is it finished? It doesn't look done. It looks like it's in pain. It looks like it's gonna look back at you and go, oh, put me back in the kiln. I think of that every time I think of that Pokemon line. Not British.
It does kind of look like someone cut the head off of a Bellsprout and it just got bigger.
It just like, it's just the bell head, and it's like, I could see somebody being like, is it finished? Is it done? Where's the rest of it? Okay, never mind, you cool Haxie Lamau. Haxie is Australia. Every time I see Beedrill, I think the Pokemon, that Pokemon Go video. Oh, it's a Bumbaloom! No! Everybody knows that big dick beat. I was watching Etoile yesterday, and somebody on their stream asked, "You're in the Pokemon world. What 6 Pokemon do you have?" This is, you know, unrelated to you being a trainer. Maybe you like have your dream job, or you do the same job, whichever you think of. But like, what 6 Pokemon do you have? And my first thought was, if I walked around, like, let's say I was a streamer and just walked around the world. Wait, a Bellsprout is a bell? I may be stupid. Oh, there's no way, dog. If I had 6 Pokemon, no way. The first one I'm picking is Fur, right? Because immediately I'm thinking of hiking and just walking jobs. I'm gonna be like Pokemon Hiker Uland. We gotta have a Furret. Then I think of Pokemon that like can fly and kind of act as like a scout and be like, yo, there's a fire coming up. Something that just eyes in the sky. So what's my favorite bird? Spearow. There's no way. I am 95% certain Micaiah was just goofing around there. Then I would want a Crustle. A Crustle would be something that could climb up cliffs and like really steep slopes, but also would just something I could sit on. We just don't know. Oh God, what is the? We don't know. We don't. That's a Smosh quote. It's the conspiracy theory thing in the funeral, where they're like, this person did this, and everybody goes, what? And he goes, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, just goofing. You nailed it. Furret, Spearow, Crustle. I then need a fire Pokemon if I get lost and need a campfire. So Growlithe. I then need an electric Pokemon. You know, charge my phone. Manectric. And I need a water Pokemon. You know, in case I need water. And, Floatzel? Yeah, Floatzel. Basically, the 3 closest things to dogs that would enjoy just walking alongside me. That's my 6 Pokemon team. Spearow, Crustle, Furret, Manatrick, Growlithe, Floatzel. Nah, Voltorb. If you were a Flesh live streamer, you'd probably want to Machamp as like a bodyguard. Ooh, you're not wrong. Walkers only know charge they phone. I skipped my coffee to be here. Shake my head. 3 dogs, you just know. Hang on, hang on. It was actually my team in Pokemon Scarlet. Was an all-dog team. I had... God, and I'm forgetting their names. What does Rockruff evolve into? I had the day form. You're not helping your case, buddy. Rockruff, the Gravestone Graveyard, Mabostiff, the Bread Dog, Houndoom, and Stoutland. I think those were my 6 dogs in Pokemon Scarlet. I feel like this is a fucking sexual thing, and so I'm like, oh no. I like doing theme teams. All lizards, all turtles, all dogs. When they closed off the fucking Pokemon decks in Sword and Shield, that became a lot fucking harder. So I could do all dogs in Scarlet. Go back to your bean juice. Say that again?
All the Rockruff, for the record, all the Rockruff evolutions are called Lycanroc.
Lycanroc, that's it. Lycanroc was my main in Scarlet. I had the day form. It had, I forget what move it is, but it hits 2 to 5 times where it shoots rocks at the enemy. And I had it hold an item that increased that by 1, so it always hit 3 times. And it just fucking, with his speed, it demolished things. Where are my dogs at? You just... Me waiting for 2 more non-legendary horse Pokemon for an all-horse team? Yeah, there's not too many horses. You could technically do, like, both versions of Rapidash, although I hate doing that. There's the Mud Horse. I know there's a legendary horse. I hate it when you do a theme team and you have to include legendaries. I feel like I'm forgetting a horse. Zebstrika. I could take a dog team. Oh no. In a row? Interesting. I really wanted to do an all-turtle team. So can you, Linda Fairley? Oh, God. In a fight, right? I wanted to do an all-turtle team. And when Sword and Shield came out, they announced Dreadnought. And I got so excited. I was like, that's my 6th turtle, baby! And then they said, by the way, we're closing off the Pokedex. Sure thing, bucko. I really wanted Blastoise, Caracosta, Turtonator, Torkoal, Dreadnought, and Avalugg. And those would have been my 6 turtles. White woman moment. I wasn't gonna say it, Cairo. That's me.
Torterra? Oh no, you said Torterra.
Turtonator, yeah. White woman F. Oh god. I did all lizards in Ultra Moon, I think it was. I did all lizards there. What was my main lizard there? I think it would have been Haxorus. I know I had Haxorus, I had Helios, I had Kecleon. I had a Salazzle, but I don't think I, like, did most of the work with it. I had to get them late. I had to, like, wait a while to get them. When's the Pokemon that's just shoes? Elastiquito on my plate is empty for some reason? I fucking hate those. I fucking hate it when you get a taquito that's just fucking shell. It's like, I'll eat it. I still like the shell. But, like, what the fuck? Metaphor, you got a Taki. This is fucked up. What a fucked up day in the ass, Paul. Vegan win. Vegan one, what a fucked up day. My friend Ciseldon. He often says, what a fucked up day. He also often says, fuck me in the ass, Paul. And he mixed those two together one time. He said, what a fucked up day in the ass, Paul. He doesn't remember it. And he literally only said it once, but God, I want him to say it just regularly. I want him to replace both of those phrases with that one phrase. Can't believe I'm ending my lunch with a mouthful of tortilla and salsa. Is that time already? Oh god, it is. Not bad, to be honest. Hey, your appetizer after the meal. I get a protein bar after this. And I'm excited because I fucking like these protein bars. They're really good. God, I'm gonna say it again. I'd live on protein bars. A good salsa, though, slaps. 8. 8 your appetizer after the meal. Gotcha. This 8. Ellie, close your eyes. I'm eating chicken. Ants. I had a moment with Ellie where I was excited about my weight loss. I was excited about the food I was eating. I was excited about how much protein I was getting. I had started eating hard-boiled eggs. Like, a lot of hard-boiled eggs. And Ellie had, gone off and done her own thing for like 2 or 3 months, and then she came back. And when she came back, I was like, Ellie, I've been losing so much weight. Ellie, I've been eating a ton of healthier things. And she was like, that's really cool, man. Good to hear. And I was like, oh god, I almost was excited to tell her about a very non-vegan thing. No, I feel like an asshole. I do not see. High tech. You are an asshole? I didn't mean to. Endearing. High tech. Is this good morning? Hi. Oh, good. I'm gaining weight, but my stuff on swole. Hell yeah. Gonna roll it to Ellie while I'm eating a bag of venison jerky. Please, no!
That would be a really jerky thing to do.
Okay. Alright. I got your venison jerky right here. I've actually done this to someone before. Did you specifically do it to a vegan? Garlic jerky? I don't remember the last time I had jerky. A vegan deer girl. I came across hentai of Shinokotan.
So do a lot of people.
And I was like, I thought of Ellie looking at this. Do I send it to her? It wasn't like the best piece of art, so not really. But it was like, I was looking at porn and thought of you. You came across it? Well, I mean, I was looking at porn for other stuff. Wait. Yeah? They are not, but they sure eat like one most of the time. She eats beans and salad a lot. Came upon it. I'd be a vegetarian if I could find a plant I liked. Shit's impossible when I A, can't cook, and B, no like 3 vegetables. If you came up with a nutritional paste that was like all of your nutritional value that you need, and it's filling, and it doesn't taste awful, yeah, I'd do that. I would absolutely live on tube paste. If the biggest thing for me is cost, I would love to live on protein bars. They're fucking expensive. This is some
Grind up a
RimWorld
bunch
tier
of,
food, Elon.
Grind up a bunch of multivitamins into some porridge or something.
Well, multivitamins are like crazy expensive. I used to be on Juice Plus, but that was when mommy and daddy were paying for it. And then when I moved out, you know, I had my bottles for a few months, and then I ran out. I was like, oh, let's go buy some. And it was like $170 for like 5 months or something. And I was like, fucking what? We're not doing this no more. When people say I can't cook, Ants, I just think of you haven't put time into learning. Because I don't think cooking is hard. You just break it down into easy steps, right? Everybody can boil water. Everybody can stir a pot. Everybody can, you know, take a knife to something. It is just, have you taken the time to learn? I don't eat
Technically,
veggies,
isn't
I
that
just eat
true of
random frozen shit.
everything?
Say that again?
Technically, isn't that everything?
Yeah.
You can't do it if you haven't practiced.
Yeah, but there's some things that, like, they're difficult right away. Like, even with all the practice, I'd say it's still difficult. A lot of sports, doing things a certain way is difficult, right? Throwing a pitch in baseball over 100 miles per hour, that's crazy difficult and takes a lot of build-up, practice, and just getting to that point. You're never going to do that attempt 1. Whereas, like, cooking, I feel like you could do pretty good at cooking your first attempt if you just break it down. Yo, mama never taught you how to cook. She never taught you how to suck dick either. But you learned so you could be a whore. I just go like 2 to 5 days without eating all the time. With work and sleep, I just forget to eat. I used to do that. I used to just like play World of Warcraft and not eat for 2 days and be like, oh, shit. Now, I am definitely the type of person that eats when I'm bored or when I'm frustrated. So if I'm trying to like... If I'm trying to do something like learn Avatar stuff, and I hit a wall and the answer isn't coming to me right away, I start looking for ways to procrastinate and do other things. And one of the first things that comes to me is, I could eat something. Let's go see what's in the fridge. I can cook, I just refuse to cook for myself, so I consume slappa. Getting mogged by Yulin's cooking ability is wild. I'm also scared and weird about green food, so thank you. Noodles buying kimchi once a decade. It got pushed to the back of the shelf. I'm not sick yet. Holy. We're at 5.8 miles. I think we are approaching Therazane's throne. I don't know how much more there is. Axie's biggest op is a head of lettuce. Do we check? We're at 15, we go to 34. 20 more minutes. It's not so bad. Ellie, redeemed accessory. What do you want, Ellie? Fries. I'm so full I was distracted while eating. Take off your clothes. What? But Ellie, I'm on stream. Are you serious? No. Pick between Bunny and Moogle. Huh? Also, Yulin, I got the live reaction video for you when you get off the treadmill. Okay. Bunny? Bunny. Whoa, take me to dinner first. Benoit. Someone take my leftovers. You said it was chicken? How much seasoning is on them? Or are they getting yeeted? What you got? Also, hi, Noodle. Ellie, if you haven't seen Noodle's new model, you gotta. Hot and spicy chicken from Chinese restaurant? Pass. Fucking. Give that to Noodles. Yoink. I'll take that. I haven't seen anything ever? Okay, girl. Alright. Are we at Therazane shit yet? Not enough ketchup for you. Noodles has huge boobs now. I know, it's fantastic. I missed what you said.
I was just say, I hope we're not at Therazane's shit, because that would smell.
Well, it'd be a bunch of rocks. She's the elemental lord of Earth.
Smelly rocks.
She is, well, she's probably very beautiful to some people. I will point her out when we get there. Makes me feel small. Not gonna lie, I haven't eaten but a cup in that kimchi since.
I have been through Diamol in the last few months.
Dire Mall?
What? Wait, was it Diamol?
Not Dire Mall. It's,
yeah, the one
I know
before
which
that.
one you're talking about, but...
Yeah. One of the dungeons, that's 3 dungeons.
Yeah.
Sort of combined.
That is her daughter. Come here.
Oh, so she's a MILF.
Oh, she's lagging. Come here. You gotta put your head in this region right here.
Poggies, it's Wolf Mom.
Hi.
Hi.
What is the weight loss at?
Oh, still around the same.
Okay. You hit 80 and
but-
slowed down a little, or?
Yeah, it's just kind of like plateaued.
Yeah.
But
It
I
does
have a
that.
question.
Uh-huh.
Yuland,
That's me.
have you been a good boy while I
No.
was away?
No, I've been bad. I've been the worst. I started throwing in Blue Twitch.
Calm thyself.
What? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, you're on stream. Calm yourself.
No, I've been very bad. I've been the worst.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Hi, everybody.
All yours.
Hi.
So just rice and kimchi, so I'm a bit hungry.
Hi,
Freya,
fool.
wow, Dej.
Don't encourage us, degenerate.
Sleepy fool. Tails. We played Tails yesterday. We got out of the ghost ship. We got to Nordopolica. Freya distracted me, so I didn't point out Queen Therazane. Oopsie.
Not sorry.
We looked like a bunch of fucking losers driving the boat around. Completely. Right where the console is, I can't head pat you. Driving the boat around, we just could not find Nordopolica and where to go. And it's probably something where they told us, you know, go south from this port. Literally just leave port and go south. And we went around the entire west side of the world first. It was, oh god, it took us way too long to find it. Once we did it, we did the thing. Got through the Colosseum solo stuff. We had... It wasn't really a big reveal, but there's a villain they introduced somewhat recently named Jaeger. And then, we don't fight him, we kind of just see him. Oh, no, we did fight him. We did fight Jaeger. But he escapes. We haven't committed to fighting him. After that, we take this boat, we go across the world. We meet this guy from a guild named Ruinsgate. His name is Reggae. And Eris and Kyra are going, Reggae? This guy's name is Reggae? Oh my god, he's gay! And anybody that knows the game is sitting here just going, tee-hee, tee-hee. He immediately betrays us. He is immediately revealed to be Jaeger. And one of them just goes, his name is Jaeger spelled backwards. I fucking hate this game. And like everybody that's played the game is like, tee-hee, tee-hee. It's so dumb. Literally like the Dracula Alucard situation. But Jaeger and Reggae. Is that a Freya? It is! Grab some strawberry special K. Looking Nodders Reggae lol.
Hi, Huntera. Mwah.
We're at 6.1 miles. We're on our way out. Now I'm tired.
Hi, Ellie.
Oh my god, Alucard, it's Dracula backwards. Why? We got to the desert. I have started to feel like I don't suck at playing Estelle anymore. I feel like I was trying to do too much in the past. And with Estelle, it kind of feels like the best thing I can do is just stand around half the time. Because if I'm trying to get attacks in, half the time they hit me, and then I need to heal me and my teammates. Whereas, like, if I just wait, if I just play the patient game, half the time I can get these executes off. If my teammates get hit, I can just heal them. If the enemy starts running at me, I can just run away and waste their time. And so it's like, just chilling and reacting to the enemies instead of trying to, like, lead the fight like I'm used to in Tales games was working very well for me last night. Now, that being said, there was a boss where, the boss spawns, and I just run up to it, and I overlimit, and I do a 50-hit combo on it just because I've got fucking overlimit. Let's kick his ass real quick. That felt really funny to do, to just be like, huh, 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 and just fucking run his ass for 20 seconds. Healer, by the way.
Yes, Ellie, I will be here a little bit.
Hell yeah. Big chilling. Sorry for what?
Interrupting.
No, you're fine.
No, you're fine.
Nuh-uh, you.
No, you.
I've seen the pics, you're fine.
You've seen my legs and
That's-
my face.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And I honestly didn't even read that comment afterwards until like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh. Oh. Oh.
I forget which comment.
Pants, floor, better.
One of my favorite comments. Anytime somebody's like, look at my new outfit, I'm like, wow, it looks great. It'd look better on the bedroom floor, though. And it's just such a, like...
Damn it.
It's just such a, like... It's such a ham-fisted, like, flirt thing that you'd see from, like, the fucking guys shooting their shot with anything that moves at the fucking diner. You sticking around? Big chilling, yeah, I return. Welcome back.
Hi, Safi.
Also, it should be they would look better in a hamper, so you're not making a mess.
No. Half the fun is making a mess and being like, oh god, I'm so turned on, I don't care about the mess right now. I gotta get out of these clothes and throw them anywhere.
Up afterwards, and you're tired.
Yeah, but that's so insignificant to how turned on you are in the moment. That, like, if somebody was like, oh yeah, you're so hot right now, take those pants off. Sure thing, baby. Takes pants off, lays them on the bed, uncreases them, folds them neatly, puts them on the fucking drawer. I'd be like, are you serious right now? That might actually be a turnoff if somebody's caring too much about not making a mess.
Also, they're putting dirty laundry back in the drawer. That's...
I suppose. Creases your Jordans. Hi, person. Alternate response. Would look better on the dressing room floor? Because you shouldn't have bought it? Oh my god. Why did that bring that memory of Aaron getting flustered by Danny on Game Grumps? Would look better on me. Would look better on the mannequin. That hot Ewan, what do you mean? Oh my goodness.
Guys are thirsty.
You clearly haven't been around much lately. We were always like this.
I've been around. I've been around, but my lord, lately it's just like it's summer and everyone's just going through a drought. My god.
I am not thirsty. I have a protein shake and B12 tea.
Safi, you're a doll. You're not included in that, honey.
Minions always in
Hee hee.
And hate and unhinged.
Also, Freya, I have bad news.
I already know we can't get married. God, you don't.
That's
have to keep
not the
reminding
bad
me.
news. They have had patch notes for RuneScape that specifically bans real money trading for ERP services and stuff like that. So,
Oh, what a shame! A game I've never played.
yeah, this is why I told you to start the pipeline so you could get past RuneScape and get to the later stuff before they do this.
But there's still Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but you have to do
And
RuneScape to get to
ERP and
Final
VR
Fantasy.
chat.
You have to do RuneScape because it's free to get to Final Fantasy, where to talk to people you have to pay a subscription.
I don't know, Yulin. Do you know how many people in VR chat want to lay on your lap and be told that they're such a good boy?
A lot, but they want it from
Pay
people with
somewhere.
trackers.
Soon, maybe.
Hell yeah, pipeline schmipeline. There's no need, they got me, Elin. No need to travel the pipeline. Start at the end, god damn it. A, I was worried you'd sleep in and forget to meet me. B, wouldn't have forgotten if I was sleeping with you. A, yeah, look at the Jesus, look at the thing I found. Huh?
Game Grumps moment, never mind. If you don't know, you don't know.
And then the game, I haven't watched Grumps in like 10 years.
Me
I don't-
neither, but that doesn't stop their content from reaching me somehow.
I am the end game. I remember a lot of Grumps
Teach me
moments,
your
but
ways.
All praise the algorithm.
Indeed.
Staffy is the last person I expect to know the pipeline ways. Staffy is one of the more wholesome people. And them knowing the pipeline for making money on VRChat being lewd.
I'm wholesome. What do you mean?
I wasn't talking about you.
I know, but you said Sappy's theme was. But I'm
No, I
wholesome
didn't.
too.
I said one of the more wholesome.
Okay, well, still.
I also don't think you're the most wholesome.
I'm not the most, but I can host.
You literally put your face up in the mic and go, Octal, Ara, and you're gonna
That's
say,
because they put money down for me to have a subscription here, sir.
which is all well and good, but you know it disqualifies you from saying you're close to the top in wholesomeness. That's the way it works. I don't make the rules.
Close to the top,
You just did.
but not close to the top.
You were like, Sappy's the most wholesome. I'm pretty wholesome.
I didn't say I'm the most wholesome.
Then what was the issue with Sappy being the most wholesome?
I just want to be called wholesome.
You're wholesome, Freya. You're wholesome most of the time.
Fuck.
Decker needs to come out so I can get BR. I may not know the pipeline, but I was an amazing host. I'm the most wholesome here. Work for that sub. Need a Yulin tier list for wholesome chat? Oh no. Angie chat, I am wholesome. Fuck. Yeah, right. No.
Beyond would always be in Z tier.
Yeah. Wholesome. If we had a wholesome tier list, it would have 6 tiers. S, A, B, C, D, and unknown. Hole in the head some. That's you. It's me.
Hi,
What tier would I be in? C? You're not perfectly wholesome. You know, you'll talk about, you know, this character's hot, like those tits. But you don't, like, go around DRPing and doing lewd things. I gotta go bye. Bye, ants! I hope the rest of your workday goes fast. As for Sappy and Sappy only, Sappy would be A tier. Sappy is, like, for the most part, overly wholesome. But, like, they can see a girl and be like, yep, this girl's cute. Well, I guess that's still wholesome. I feel like Sappy has said 1 or 2 things that take them out of S tier for me. It's ABC self-aid buddy care. My anti-fray. And we're done. 6.6 miles.
Now go for point
I just got
06
here.
more.
Yay.
No.
Yeah, seriously. I just got here. That was very quick, Euland. We need to work on your timing.
Okay, buddy. Alright.
Yeah, you should probably start over for them.
On treadmill! God, what were you thinking? Jesus.
Anchor. Local. World. Where's my camera? Over there.
Fluffy tail. I love it so much.
To be fair, Elon is famous for being quick. Was it that funny Wiggly picture I sent you? No, I feel like it's when we're talking about gotcha and you're like, this girl would, or like something like that. Me next. To be fair, Elon is famous for being quick. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Nuh-uh. Does a bunny make sense? I'm only quick when I'm in the bunny suit, okay? Normally I can last a decent amount of time.
Okay.
I am not a one-pump chump, damn it.
It's fun seeing you in
What streams do we have open?
God, I know somebody else now.
We open this one. We open that one.
It's much like here. Like, everything's all nice, all of a sudden it just gets degenerate, and you're like, okay, we're even better now.
Did you hear what we were talking about earlier with the 47?
It's nice seeing you. Bye forever.
No, Freya, before you go, did you hear about 47? Well, not necessarily should you. I'm just asking, did you?
Is this a trap?
Not really. It's just very lewd.
Are there other numbers involved?
The 47 is a measurement.
I'm scared. I'm scared now.
I found out Cairo had a throne recently. I suggested an anal snake to it that was 47 inches long. You would literally hold it up to your shoulder, and the tip would be at your ankles.
It'd be almost as tall.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's not going in any orifice.
It could,
ever.
it could.
That
Your
can't.
intestines start twisting around, so it goes in and, goes up and then
You want
right,
something to go in and
this.
twist inside of you?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, yes.
If it gets stuck, do not call me.
Well, it's designed to not get stuck, and you're supposed to be very liberal with lube. You're not supposed to just fucking dry
Designed.
raw dog it.
Designed not to, but that doesn't mean it won't. I worry for you.
Is a bunny make sense? Isn't that your uniform, though? So you're always in it? It's no. Nuh-uh. I have seen the wrong proof, then. Oh my god. Neil, you cuddling, or are you playing Tony Hawk today? I'm cuddling. What? Tony Hawk? No. Can't we do
Sappy's
both?
trying to
Oh,
save
Venom.
me.
So Euland is a C. A C! Kyra would need 2 that length. Freya, get away from him. Come here, darling. He's trying to corrupt you. I don't need to corrupt Freya, okay?
What?
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 I said I don't need to corrupt you.
There's still work that could be done. Sappy, come and save me now.
Hi, Dore. You guys wait there. I'm going behind the camera.
Holy ankles! Oh,
Okay, alright.
so hot. Look at that.
Hot Goblin, hi Dore, I love you. Ellie, there was like
Break those
2
ankles
weeks
for me,
ago
please.
where I joined on Dore in their homeworld. And then I was kind of just talking to people there. And then, Dore went world exploring and I kept talking to people. And Dore comes back like 3 hours later and is like, what the fuck are you guys doing in my home? What are you guys doing here? Oh, Wild Assault is out now? Which one? Wild Assault was the furry game, right? Oh, I didn't change avatars. It was the furry game where they had like the really nice shaped asses, right? What? Am I wrong?
It's okay.
That's probably one of the straightest things I've said in a while.
Hi, North Prince.
Animal Anthro third-person shooter. Okay. Thank you for that story. It was good. Woohoo! 6.6 miles. I'm proud of you, and thank you. Where are we going today?
I can see a booty cheek from this aim.
Yeah, you can probably see a lot from down
Very
there.
cheeky, very cheeky. Abort, abort, abort. I'm still here, Sappy. No.
We haven't done this one in a while. Raw portal. Portal.
Wee.
I miss Frey already. As I say, you want to see more, but Ewan did it on his own. Now that is good boy behavior. I can still hear her voice taken away from me by Ewan and his corruption. Listen, Sappy. When she's misbehaving, she starts getting up in the camera and doing like ASMR, ara stuff, and it's like, it's pretty good. Freya's pretty great when corrupted. Good job with the walking, Ewan. Thank you, Fish. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Cairo on his stream lately, right? Either playing Tales with him while he's streaming, or just hanging out with him while he plays something like Metaphor. And for his fishing redeem, he always just goes fish, and it just every time I'm always like, Space Fish is here? Oh, no, she's not here. He just says fish randomly, and I think of you every time. All right, we need a drink, and then we're gonna sit down. Is this Reshiram or Pseudo Regalia?
Ooh.
Okay. That's what I thought it was, but at the same time, I was like, it could be the other way.
No, this is way too fluffy to be goat cat mommy thing.
Well, you say that, but they could have just added fluff, right?
No.
You're just not allowed to add fluff to characters?
No, not to that one.
Okay. Imshi?
Sybil is not fluffy.
I think she's pretty fluffy.
No, she's toned and muscular.
She's both. They don't contradict each other. I never seen her that, so it doesn't exist. You've done a lot of stuff with Cairo. Oddly enough, Cairo is surprisingly, I don't want to say wholesome, but lacking degeneracy. Like when we talk about kinks and whatnot, and he starts revealing that he knows fucking shit about anything more than vanilla, it's like, what the hell? This guy isn't on the internet.
What the hell?
Also, yeah, your thigh is a little bit in the in front of the camera.
It's a lovely
Also,
view. I like it. It's okay.
Well, I saw these and I was like, are these tacos legs? These look like tacos legs.
Fish laughing because I say, you know what that means? A little bit of that too. Beamshi. Each time I redeem Fish redeem, I'm innocent too. Dora, you are far from innocent. I've seen your Twitter. Go follow Dory the Goblin's Twitter. Oh wait, no, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to advertise not safe for content. Don't go follow Dory the Goblin's Twitter.
Don't not.
Which is fantastic, and you can see very cute pictures of a goblin going around VR chat, sometimes with tits out. Yep, still hear her voice. Will never leave my head. Pogfish.
Only sometimes.
Dory is so cute. Vanilla is a great flavor and goes so well with other flavors. Listen. Ice cream, vanilla is fantastic. Sex?
Especially when it's vanilla bean.
I mean, you're never gonna turn it down, I guess, but, you know. Sometimes the hot fudge sundae gets a little crazy and is nice. Gross? Oh my goodness. I'll have to try
Hi,
that.
Space
Saying
Fish.
I don't think it'll go
fudge
well with
in the
fish.
context of sex.
Wait, what?
Saying fudge
definitely
in
not
the
going well with
context
fish.
of sex.
Okay, you're overthinking it.
Yeah, it's a something.
Elon hates vanilla confirmed. Eat food-wise, it's one of the few things I can do. When it comes to eating ice cream, I've literally only had like vanilla and chocolate. I had like pecan flavored ice cream somewhat recently. I was like, this isn't bad. I can see myself liking strawberry ice cream, though I don't know if I've ever had strawberry ice cream. Y'all some sex
Ice cream
habits.
is pretty good.
Yeah, Ellie. Just.
Butterscotch is pretty good too.
I do like butterscotch candies.
Oh my gosh, my grandfather used to have them on him all the time.
I
love them.
I saw a video recently of a woman who was like 103 years old, and she leans over to like her 78-year-old daughter and gives her a butterscotch candy. He's like, "You'll always be a baby to me." It was like, you just gave a 78-year-old woman. Okay, girl.
That's so cute, though. I love it.
If degeneracy on the dictionary had a definition, your face would be plastered all over it. I don't know if Dore's face would be used for degeneracy. It would definitely be used for like, like Goblin, fucking Menace, little shit. That energy of the Goblin vibe, 100% Dore. But degeneracy,
We do love our goblins here, though.
I don't think they're like textbook example of it. I also am sex average. Ellie, that's completely opposite. There's a few other people that I can think of more so with degeneracy. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'll keep my vanilla ice cream.
Worse.
More blue Twitch stuff. I'll keep my vanilla ice cream and my vanilla sex. More fun stuff for the rest of you. No, my face is Queen Goblin. But I'm a little shit. Sappy, you're like... What's the word? Chaotic menace? We don't always understand what you're doing. With Dore, it's very straightforward. It's very blunt. With Sappy, it's like you're often doing things that's like, we don't understand if we're even going to understand this. Or if it's teasing us. Fair, I'm like 3 steps ahead. You're like Lelouch, thinking 3 to 5 steps ahead. But here's the thing, Sappy. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes you try to do the play of like making Lelouch have the conversation with Snizel fully recorded. But then like you miss. And so it's like, tell me, Snizel, why do birds fly? Ah, Lelouch. I'll answer that with my own question. Why do cats meow? And then Lelouch is like, that's right, because they must. And Snizel's like, what? No, huh? And Lelouch just keeps going with the recorded conversation. I'm never wrong. I'm either correct or lying. What did I have in my notes? Oh. Yesterday we were talking about protein bars. Noodles told me to tell them what protein bar I've been eating and put in my notes. So I did. It's Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch. It's like Robert Irvine's strawberry Fit Crunch. I don't know. It's fucking delicious. I could live on these. They're 190 calories per bar. Coolmore vending machine thrown suggestion. Tails got to the desert. The game trailers. The last thing in my notes. Quest bars are really good too. Good in fiber as well. I think most of these protein bars are pretty good with fiber. The last thing in my notes is this company. They make a blood filter. So the way it works is your blood goes out of your body into the filter. The filter has hemoglobin shaped marbles in it. So your blood can go through it, but a lot of other things get stopped in it. And then it goes back into you. Well, they were using this for COVID because it was, I guess it was beneficial in that for stuff. But then they wanted to try it for cancer. And they did a few trials of like 8 people and then 12 people, and they had amazing results in these trials. But they were basically like, we can start making a profit on this right now. Fuck waiting for FDA approval and whatnot. So what they did was they set up a clinic in Antigua. I forget where this is, but it's not in the United States. And they start charging people like $45,000 per trial. And if you have like a blood cancer or other types of cancers, the idea is the cancerous cells go through the filter, get stuck, and your blood goes back into your body. Oh, I watched this on Phil. Yeah, this is where I saw it. And this clinic is not sterilizing their stuff. They're being run really dirty. Just a ton of problems happen. A lot of this stuff comes out when this guy, he goes there for his first trial, and it makes him worse. Like, it almost like accelerated the cancerous growths. And he goes back a second time, and the doctors basically tell him, yeah, he's not gonna make it. He's dead. His wife gets him back to the States. He dies 2 days later. And now a lot of it's coming out. Very much like, what the fuck? You know, a lot of rules and laws broken. There were some people, you know, advertising this service when it's like, you can't do that for a drug or process that hasn't been FDA approved. But literal human experimentation, which is crossing a lot of lines where they should not have been testing it on humans, and then they just said, nah, fuck that, and went straight to selling it and, like, you know, testing the results. Crashed back in a minute. Okay. We take your blood. Now, hold up. Oh, I watched this on Phil. Kiss, kiss. Yo, Chad is smooching again.
Frey is gone again.
She'll be back. Welcome to the cyberpunk dystopian future. I'll smooch you, Baldir. Very much alike. God. I hate when fucking medical processes become a fucking business. And they're like, hey, how do we run this as cheap as possible? Put it off in some island in the fucking Pacific and run it as a dirty clinic and advertise it and get people there and sell them $45,000 trials. Just holy. Elon, Sweet Carolina payback in DMs? Okay. I dare and welcome you to it. Oh no, I left my VR stuff off the chargers for 2 weeks. No. Unregulated pseudo-medical treatments, my favorite. Hi, Mickey. There is some merit to this, right? Like, if you have a blood cancer, this is cleaning out, and they had a lot of good results, right? This is something that could potentially become a thing. It's just that they didn't wait for any, like, trials. They just went straight to selling it, and they were running it in a dirty clinic that was not sterilizing their stuff. They were not doing it cleanly, which is really, really bad.
It's almost like those laws were written for a reason.
Noodles, this just... Are you sure this is a song? Are you sure you sent me the right thing? Song, no? Can I listen to this on stream? Hardpunk Remix. It was a reference to Cairo's 47 inches. And it was being used for all cancers?
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, I didn't catch that it was being used for all cancers. For a sec, this sounded like Californication. Can I listen to this on stream, Noodles? Because I want to be honest. From the still image of it before I click play, it very much doesn't look like I can. It's JoJo music? Your call? Is it actual JoJo music or like dick sucking music? Because the joke with JoJo's is that you gotta suck 1,000 dicks to be a JoJo's fan. Which, I mean, looks in line with this. Actual JoJo music?
Oh, 47 inches.
Okay. I guess I'm a JoJo fan. I'm a few away until I'm a JoJo fan. Okay. First off, wow. If that's real, that's impressive. I do think that could be, magician trick of, when it's inside, it's really small, and then as it pulls out, it, grows. It was a girl with a dildo, and she had it in her mouth. And so that's why I was like, can I fucking play this, Noodles? She's got it in her mouth, and then she just starts pulling it out and just, she's pulling it out until it's like, until it's like 47 fucking inches. I'm a few away until I'm a JoJo fan. I missed something here. LOL, yep, dude, I love JoJo fans. I'm dying of curiosity. I'd never compromise your streams, only mine. That's impressive. Deep throat stuff like that is fucking wild to me, because I fucking could never. I wish I could. I could never.
Skill issue.
A little bit. Hi, Violet. Gotta be real, though. I don't know if it's gotta be real.
Hello, Violet.
I feel like that'd be a very easy magician trick to have the, expanding thing. Especially since I've seen it in that color where it's like they've got the thing that, gets really, really small. Then when they open their hands, it gets big. I'm into more than people think. Needles is into corruption. Apparently I have a driver update. LOL FML. Oh, I've seen that. I don't know what we're talking about. What did this person DM me? Oh my god. Somebody messaging me, I wish Yulin would adjust their schedule just for me. I wish my schedule worked for literally everybody. And it's gotten quite advanced, This is old. It's from 2020. I love that you just said 2020 is old. Hi, Yaochi Ruben.
Literally 5 years ago.
I know, but on the internet that is old. On the internet that is ancient.
No, it was just 3 years. It's just last year.
That's at least when I saved it. Hi, I'm back. Welcome back. Wish not for that which cannot be.
What?
Is it time to nap? I think it's real. I wouldn't be surprised if it's real. I wouldn't be surprised if it's fake. It's one of those where it's like, there's no way to tell. So, I don't know.
I mean, people swallow swords.
Uh-oh. Person I was
It's the
thinking
same
of
thing,
reading.
right?
See the neck bulge?
Huh?
Can you see the neck bulge?
No. Well, I didn't look for that. Which I also think is like a good sign of, is this going down or not? Noodles, check for neck bulge. I've seen similar. I have seen the neck bulge with deep throat stuff like that, where dildo goes down and you just see the neck go out. But I feel like that's not a surefire sign. Hi, Azu. Look at this pink-haired person. Hi, Pixel. Hoy, I'm so dead. Thanks for streaming, Yulin. Have a good nap, Caitlin. Not the bulge Yulin is usually asked to look for. The person I was thinking of raiding kind of looks like they're wrapping up, but they're not raiding anybody, so maybe we go there anyway. Yeah, neck bulge confirmed. Good lord. Okay. Ugh.
I rated a streamer for the last time today.
What? You're so sleepy. Not enough stuff in this room.
Getting some crunchy neck.
We'll go up to the usual room up here.
I love crunchy neck.
Look at me, out of level pitch. Anchor world. Okay, take this. Take that. It's crunchy, but it's there. That's hot. We are going to karaoke. They spoil me a lot. So to see them actually live, so I'm like, oh boy, I get to raid Kuro. Where is Chatterino? There it is. Thank you, Logitech, for the socials. /raid Kuroki _VR chat. Bye bye. Tonight is Corvu's stream stuff, so I'll be on her stream when we do stuff in VR. We might be world exploring. We haven't done food videos in a long time, so it could also be that. Stop corrupting everyone, Ewan. No. Have a night. Thanks for streaming you. I'm napping today. Good job, everybody, making it through the week, or if you're still working, just a little bit more. 6.6 miles. I love you. Bye.